Hey, just in time. A
Oh,
minute into the stream and we both are here.
what's up, bud? Oh, you muted yourself.
There we go.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah, I was trying to move my mic and it kept unplugging itself. Oopsie. Well, anyways, yeah, I had just finished up a Twitch stream like 30 minutes ago where I sucked at Fortnite. But here we are. And yeah, moral of the story, IG fucking sucks sometimes. Stupid. I've even had to use my mom's phone to try and get logged back in because I don't know why. Even after I changed my number last year, it still won't let me receive a stupid code every time this happens. I just pisses me off.
It grinds your gears, doesn't it?
You bet your ass it does. But anyways, enough dwelling about that. So, well, before I get into the spicy stuff, uh, Ricky, did you watch Backlash?
I saw. I didn't see the whole show, but I was able to see the highlights. I saw the main event. I did see the main event.
I'll go ahead and say thus far, I think thus far that's probably the best B pay per view of the year thus far. Because like there was literally no bad matches. Every match was really good to
No.
outstanding. Like 4-way for the U.S. title was awesome. Becky Lyra was amazing. Dom and Penta, despite it being short, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther Pat was very good, and then Cena Orton was better than it had any right to be.
Mm-hmm. I felt that the match that to me was the match of the night for some reason. I want to say Pat Gunther, because there was no reason that match should have been that good. Let's be honest.
Well, I knew it was going to be good because Pat
But
could
not
hold his
that
own in the
good.
ring.
But not that
True.
good.
I mean, frickin' Pat delivered a harder chop than Gunther, which you really want to die, don't you, Pat? We love you, but we
Yeah.
want you to stay alive forever.
Yep. And we know next time Gunther coming for the world title in Money in the Bank. Is it Money in the Bank? Yeah, Money in the
No,
Bank.
it's no. He
No.
said June 9th, so that's the Raw after Money in the Bank.
Hmm.
So part of me thinks they might put the belt back on Gunther
Yeah. You don't think
because
they're gonna
you can't
Yeah.
really see Gunther losing again that quick.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, but who's gonna win? The freaking
The briefcase, I still am going
yeah.
carrying Cross. Hey, what's up, Aaron?
Hey, what's up?
But now on to the spicy stuff. So my safe to say my sleep token review blew up
Yes, I did see you
in a
sleep
good
token
way and a
review.
bad way.
Yes. So let me just get out of the way about Sleep Token. Unlike you, I actually do enjoy the Sleep Token. I actually have their previous album in the shelf, which is for me their best album. I gotta be honest. Coming into this
Not
new
saying much.
album, I know not saying much. Coming into this new album, I knew it was gonna get a lot of mixed reviews. By the second single, I think it was the second single that I was like, okay, this is gonna be a hard listen, especially for me. So I listened to the album literally the day after it came out because that same day both Behemoth and Ghostbat came out. So those two were a priority, which
Yeah.
I'll talk about those in a bit. So I listened to Sleep Token Saturday night. And there were some moments I did enjoy for the album. I admit it. I am gonna buy the album because I did enjoy some of the stuff. But I will say it's not as strong as I thought it was gonna be. I know a lot of people. The thing that people don't get up with Sleep Token is the vocals, which I know you're one of them, Levi. I'm not saying it's the worst thing I've ever listened to. There are a lot worse things I've ever listened. Trust me, there are a lot worse things. But as an album for me to jam on while I'm like cleaning or just like want to listen to something different, I'll give it a listen. But I'm not saying it's gonna be at the bottom of my list for 2025, but it could be. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, we have Catharsis. Think about that.
It's the worst album I've heard since Catharsis. Oh my god. Okay. Looking back on it, I honestly should have just given the album 0, but the only reason I gave it a 1 was because I gave half stars for 2 parts that I liked: the saxophone solo at the end of Emergence and the violin at the end of the title track. Other than that,
Yeah.
but I know I did my job right. The fact I got more dislikes than likes on the video. So I know I did my job right to piss off the Sleep Token fans. And
Now, I mean,
already
like,
in 2 days, 66 comments. That's the most comments I've had on a review ever. So
now, again, I'm
thank
not a
you.
diehard Sleep Token fan. I never was. Will I ever see them live? Probably. I'll probably
You'll
see them
have to
live
pay
one day.
$300.
I know that's the thing. If ever
I
they
wouldn't.
lower the
I
price,
wouldn't do it.
I know that's if I'm saying if I have the chance to. And I'm not as hardcore as the other Sleep Token fans that I have known over the years, especially
The
after
the fans that
taking by.
treat this band like the second coming of God.
Yeah, but
Can't stand those
now
people.
now let's move on to Ghost Bass. Now this is gonna be more biased for me because I saw them live when I saw Swallow Sun. And when I saw Ghost Bass, I knew. Actually, let me go back a bit further. When I discovered Ghost Bass, I knew they were depressive, suicidal, shoegaze, kind of black metal, which is kind of a subgenre that I know you have a difficult time to get into, depending on the band. And for some reason, I actually enjoyed it more than a lot of people. So the new album came out, and from the album cover, which was, you think about the album cover, you're like, it's just gonna be some heavy ass, depressive, like kind of black metal. And it has some moments that I did enjoy, but and then I remember when they played like 2 songs live, it blew away the recording, like what's actually on the album. So maybe because I'm being biased, but I did enjoy the album a lot. I'm gonna get it eventually whenever I have the chance to, but not like Nick. I know Nick gave that like in 4 stars, which good for him. I think he gave it like what, 4?
What, the new
I know you
Ghost
see.
Bath?
Yeah, I know you've seen. Have you seen his review? I think he gave it like 4 stars.
Nah, I didn't actually didn't see it. I gave it a 2.
I
I
know you
thought
gave
it
it a 2.
was meh. Like, I don't know. For me, I thought it was too upbeat for what I was expecting. Like,
Yeah,
a
I
lot of the
mean,
sonics on it sounded
I
too upbeat for it.
I do
It
see your
wasn't bad
point.
by any stretch of the means. I just thought it was just kind of an average run of the mill album. Like, I liked Death Heaven's album more than I liked Ghost Bath. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about re-listening to that Death Heaven album because I feel like I was a little, I wouldn't say harsh, but not quite fair to it, considering like it was, my hesitation towards checking them out because I know they're so polarizing. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, Black Gaze is kind of winning me over a bit, mainly because of Harakiri for the Sky. Like, that album was really good. I did
I
like that
know.
one.
Yeah, I know it's black gaze. It's kind of a subgenre, if you consider it subgenre. That's kind
Yeah.
of difficult. That's kind of difficult to listen to for me when it got into black gaze. It was like. My Bloody Valentine. That was like the band that got
Well,
me.
for shoegaze, yeah.
Yeah, for shoegaze and
Which is just
eventually,
essentially noisy
yeah,
alternative.
yeah, yeah. Now, Behemoth. Oh boy,
Okay, aside from the shitty, cringy album
cringy.
title and the
Hmm.
cringy lyrics on the title track, musically, best album they've done since The Satanist, which again
Yeah.
ain't saying much, but it's definitely harkened back to like old Behemoth with a touch of the
Hmm.
modern run. Like it almost feels like a proper follow up to The Satanist, just
Hmm.
unfortunately cringier.
Yeah. It gave me Evangelion vibes. It gave me Demigod, the Apostle. I mean, those
The
that kind of
apostasy,
Behemoth.
like that mid to late 2000s era,
Yeah, yeah. I think Behemoth, especially Nurgle, was like, okay, enough of this Behemoth trying to capture the Behemoth, the
trying
Satanist.
to chase
Kind
the
of,
Satanist. Yeah.
yeah, time to go back to our roots, and I think they kind of did that. If
The
they
only thing
continue
that
this
need the
path,
only thing that needs worked on is the lyrics in these album titles. Like honestly, the Shadow Elite should have been the name of the album. I think that would
that
have
would have
been
been a good one.
far better. Far
Yeah.
better. Hell, that should be the name of a wrestling faction. I might steal that
Trademark,
for my
trademark.
colleague that I'm in. But
Yeah.
but yeah, because I'll be going on vacation to North Carolina this weekend, and there is a record place near
Mhm.
where I'm staying. Maybe they might have the new Behemoth, and I'll get it then. If not, I'll get it on
Where in
Amazon.
North Carolina?
The other side of the Smoky Mountains from Tennessee, like literally like 45 minutes past
Uh,
Tennessee. We're staying at a casino resort that has a bowling alley attached, and then also there's a record place there, and hopefully I can get some good stuff.
Ric Flair country. Woo!
Not in that area though.
I know, but it's North Carolina.
But honestly, the surprise of the weekend, that new Sphere album. Sphere, that's a Polish death metal band, and they pretty much are a perfect amalgamation of all things Polish death metal with a touch of Aborted thrown in there. Well, they even had Sven from Aborted do guest vocals on a song, and then one song get a lead from Dallas Toller Wade of Narcotic Wasteland doing a solo. And musically it's ferocious. Like there are times it reminds me of Vader, times it reminds me of Hate, times it reminds me of like old Behemoth, times it reminds me of
Mhm.
Decapitated, and then times it reminds me of Aborted. So a lot going on. Hey, what's up, James?
Hey, James.
What's up, Austin? Best state on this side of heaven.
Oh,
I love
now,
North Carolina as a whole.
James, did you buy your tickets for Cannibal Corpse? Because I'm gonna be going to that show in San Antonio and Houston. So if you're gonna go to San Antonio, let me know, man, so we can hang out for a bit at the show. Which I am hyped. Gonna see Cannibal Corpse 2 more times. They will be the only band I'll ever the most I've seen. It will be 3 times in general. What?
Motherfucker.
What?
The fucking record store that that I was gonna visit will be closed both days I'm there. Son of a bitch.
Is there another record store nearby or around that area?
No, that was literally the only one.
Oof.
Son of
Plan B. There's
there is no
always.
plan B. I might
There's
end up just
always.
not going now, son of a bitch.
You can have the
That
house
fucking
all to
blows
yourself.
ass. That fucking blows ass.
That sucks.
Motherfucker. Why in the hell would they be closed on a Sunday and a Monday?
Memorial Day?
No, that's the week after. Hey, Scott.
It's got. That was gonna be like, it's a Memorial Day.
Nah, Memorial Day is the week after.
Oh my god, I am gonna lose my mind with them. Dude, their previous album, so good. My god. And also, if also I can stay now longer because when I saw him the first time, I went with my family because at that time I couldn't drive myself. Now that I can stay longer and probably meet the whole fucking band. And they can all finally sign my Vile City because I only met Alex and he signed it. I need everybody else. I need Rob. I need George. I
You
need
need Paul.
Paul. Yeah. I need to get some Hate Eternal. One of my games of Hate Eternal that where Eric can sign it.
Eric can sign stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were
But
you, if I were you to go to Hate Eternal album to get I Monarch,
yes.
that
yes.
would be the one.
But then again,
Or even Conquering the Throne, the debut would be an easy.
That's a good one. Then again, I bought tickets for both San Antonio and Houston, so I'm gonna see them both nights in Texas. That's gonna be a first for me. Actually, not really a first because I've gone to shows back to back on days, but not the same band. So that's gonna be literally. I'm gonna have to leave to San Antonio the day of the San Antonio show, go to my hotel, and then leave early the next day to Houston. That way I can like rest for a bit, eat something, and just go to the show afterwards. And then come back the day after home, which is a 5-hour drive from where I am to Houston and 2.5 hours from here to San Antonio. So it's not bad. All for the metal.
Man, that fucking bummed me out that record place is gonna be closed both days I'm there.
That sucks.
Because yeah, I see they had a pretty nice CD section. It's like motherfucker.
And also,
I guess the only way is if I can convince the folks to stay a little longer on Tuesday and we can just leave later.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I can stop here when it opens at 11 a.m. and then we can go back. But then again, my dad would probably be like, no. So I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
You're fucked?
Because all the other places nearby are like further out and we're not going further out.
Yeah. And I will say this. The thing about having one Cannibal Corpse shirt is totally false. I have 3 Cannibal Corpse shirts. Soon to be 4.
Soon to be 4.
Yes, because I have the first one I bought at Hot Topic. I bought the one I saw on tour, and I got another one for Christmas last year from my cousin. And I'm like, God, it is true. You cannot have only just one Cannibal Corpse shirt. And also, since I'm going to see them both now, I'm picking another album to have signed. I just don't know which one.
Yeah.
Because I do. The main one is Vile. That's the one I got. I want them to have it signed. Because that was the first one that got me into Cannibal. I'm thinking either Tomb of the Mutilated, The Bleeding, or actually, I'm actually even thinking of getting the Wretched Spawn. The Wretched Spawn, man.
Yeah. So, fire up the chainsaw, chop their fucking heads off. All right, so I got these recently.
Hate.
Awakening of the Liar and Anaclossus, Haunting Gospel of Malice and Hatred. 2 early mid-2000s albums.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to get the rest of their catalog that prior to them being on Metal Blade, since Listenable reissued everything this year.
Mm-hmm.
Especially their early stuff like Lord is Avenger from the late 90s when they were more just straight up Vader worship before they became blackened to death as the 2000s went on.
Yeah. Send us some album versus albums. Come on.
Yeah, why not? Hey, what's up, James?
Well, doing good.
Yeah, I feel like now, I feel like now if I tell my folks that I don't really want to go on this trip now, they're probably gonna be so upset. It's like, well, what else am I gonna do? What the hell else am I gonna do if I can't
Yeah.
go to that record place?
Do you want me just be at the hotel playing bowling and wanking while you're up there betting? I mean,
What's your opinion on DSBM? Ah, not really my thing.
I like some Depressive Soulful black metal. Uh, more than probably he does. I know
Way
Hannah's
more.
the expert. I know Hannah's the expert on black metal, so she'll enjoy it even more. But she got me more into sub genre like Shining, Bethlehem, Beharit, Zaster.
But Harris not DSBM.
Well, not really. No, not Beharit. I was thinking of Bethlehem. What I don't know why I
Yeah.
said Beharit. What are the shit? I had another band that I was gonna mention.
Forgotten Tomb.
Forgotten Tomb, Ghost Bad to a certain degree.
None.
Uh, oh God, none. Yes, yes, none. Leviathan also. It has its moments. I don't like every single Different Social black metal band because I don't have time to listen to all of them, but I will enjoy it.
Hey, what's up, Mindful? Hey, we
Hey,
got our first one. Images and Words or Operation Mindcrime? Jeez. Starting off
Operation
big.
Mindcrime. Mindcrime. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. These are my two favorite albums from these two bands, but Operation Mindcrime, over Images and Words, even though, Put Me Under's in the album, but it's Operation Mindcrime. Come on.
I guess I would go Operation Mindcrime as well, even though I love Images and Words. If it was Awake against Operation Mindcrime, it would have been a no contest Awake.
Oh
But
man, that would have been a hard one.
but yeah, you got us there
Mm-hmm.
immediately with a big one. Big. Oh, speaking of big, Ricky, have you ever watched the movie Big Hero 6?
Yes.
I finally watched it for the first time on Sunday. I was surprised at how good it is.
Really? It took you that long to see it after what? It's been what out what for 10 years, 5 years?
11 years, 11 years. Well, the thing of it is, like, modern Disney movies are very hit and miss.
Yes,
And I wasn't
unfortunately.
sure about Big Hero 6, but then I watched it because, well, I watched it online with some friends because we played Disney Speedstorm, and that's the
Yeah.
franchise that's running this season right now. So we decided, how about we watch it to get context? I did not expect much, but holy crap, it was legit great. Not only sad, but fucking funny.
Oh
Especially
yeah.
with Baymax. Harry baby. Harry baby. Drunk Baymax is the best. Especially when he goes to walk up the stairs. Plunk! Face plants into the stairs.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I'm thinking about actually getting that movie on DVD at some point.
It should be easy to find.
Are you anticipating the Haunted's new album? Absolutely. What,
Yeah.
8 years
That's
since Strength in Numbers?
that's coming out in
June.
when is yeah, next month.
Yeah, actually, let me double check. Comes
Is it at the begin-
out.
is it at
No,
the
it comes
beginning of
out
it?
at the end of this month. Comes out on the
Oh,
30th.
no.
Which the 30th, I only got 3 albums on my list to check out: The Haunted, Rivers of Nile, and Graceless. I need to get back on the archives and see what
Rivers
all
of
is on.
Nile. So
Mhm.
I'm debating on doing this because Rivers of Nile is playing the Saturday after the Sunday after Metallica in Houston. So I'm debating since I'm gonna be there for a couple of days, depending on my parents if they need to go back to work, if I should go see Rivers of Nile. I'm debating if I'm gonna go. It's not 100% sure because I'm gonna probably be broke after seeing Metallica and buying a shitload of merch. And I don't know. I have to see. I will say I am thinking of getting the exclusive poster that they're gonna sell because I have maybe room to like get that frame of concert tickets, put it somewhere else in my room and have it there. The way it could be like kind of awesome to have posters. I'm
Yeah.
not. It depends. If it's not too big, because that was the issue I always have had with posters. I mean, they're cool, but sometimes I don't have enough room to put them. So that's why I got the ACDC one, which is a perfect 8x10. That's a perfect size to get posters. But if I had a bigger room or a bigger space, I would definitely would have gotten the bigger poster.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Candlemass, Tales of Creation, or Black Sabbath, The Headless Cross.
Headless Cross for me. Headless Cross.
See, Tales of Creation would probably be really high on if I did a Candlemass ranking. Even though I've not listened to the whole thing, I could still say it'd probably be high on my list.
Yeah,
Whereas Headless Cross was like dead in the middle at number 10 for me. I probably for now will still say Headless Cross, but that could change if I listen to Tales of Creation all the way through finally.
yeah. But in terms of like the Tony Martin best album in Sabbath, that's the one you need to listen to.
Yeah. Listen to that Tomarum albums, progressive technical black metal. I feel like I've seen that name before.
Same.
Let me look.
Yeah, let me look for me as well. I feel Toramon. They're from Atlanta. Prog black metal. I do like the album cover. I have not listened to this band. I might have to listen to this tonight.
Happening now.
Mm.
All right, there we are. I swear my internet's just been wonky today.
Yeah. Again,
but it's
I
back.
have not listened to this. Looks interesting. I might give it a listen tonight.
I mean, looking on the similar artists are compared to mostly like prog death metal bands like Neobliviscaris, Abstract Illusion, Wilderun, Hafe, but also Wolves in the Throne Room, Fallujah. Yeah, I might have to check that out. I'm not going to do a full video review. I might mention it if it were to make my year-end list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely have to check this out.
For all we know, this could be like the biggest opus of the year.
I also need to check out the band Dawn of Ouroboros because I heard a lot of hype about their new album.
Same. I've heard some rumblings. I just haven't had the time to listen to a lot of some albums.
And both bands on Prosthetic Records too, so that's one thing in common. Well, both proggy, but in different styles. Like hell, I see Dawn of Ouroboros is like a hybrid of prog death metal and post black metal. But they're also compared to Neobliviscaris. I remember Big Hero 6 because of how hot the hand is. Voiced by Maya Randolph. October Rust or Draconian Times. Ooh.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I have to go with October Rust on this.
You motherfucker. Oh man. These are two almost perfect albums. Oh god. I mean, by this time, Draconian Times, this was where they went more gothic metal, doom gothic metal to some extent. But October Rust, oh god, Be My Drowness, Love You to Death. Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, I have to go with October Rust. If this was like Gothic or Lost Paradise, it would have had a better chance.
But you still probably would have went with October. Well, it's harder for me because Draconian Times could be my favorite Paradise Lost album too, but October Rust is October Rust.
I know. It's hard. It's hard.
Been totally hooked on Acts of God from Immolation. Favorite Immolation album? Close to a World Below.
World Below. Well, that and Dawn of Possession for me. It's like
for me,
it's
like a 1A, 1B, 1C with Close to a World Below, Dawn of Possession, and Here and After. With possibly a 1D in there with either Atonement or Majesty and Decay.
Could you just have all of the albums 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D?
Pretty much, because that's how good their entire discography is. Even the weaker albums like Harnessing Ruin, Shadows in the Light, and Failures for Gods are still awesome, just different. Emmanuel says he recommends 2 albums from the band Nictalgia, Talia, German DSBM band.
Maybe I've heard of it.
This is a good one. Hypocrisy, Penetralia, or Amorphous Tales from Thousand Lakes. Amorphous.
Yeah, Tales from a Thousand Lakes.
Early Hypocrisy is good, but nothing like what they would become starting with Fourth Dimension. Basically, when Peter took over vocals and they went more melodic death metal, that's where they really blew up. I mean, the first 2 albums, awesome straight up death metal with Moss, who would later join Dark Funeral on vocals. Which is funny, or which is interesting, because the only reason he left was because he got really sick during a tour for Hypocrisy, and he just went back home and never came back. So Peter stepped up, and here we are now. Which 80s metal albums have aged poorly for you?
I don't know. Pick your fucking poison. Well,
honestly,
maybe the later Poison albums.
Well, for the 80s, like albums that came out in the 80s, probably like Theater of Pain and Girls, 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 even though they're not really quite metal compared to the first 2 Motley albums. Turbo.
Turbo has aged a bit
3 songs. Ram It Down would probably be lower on the list for me than Turbo, though, because there's only a couple songs on Ram It Down I like. I'm not saying Cold Lake, because that album never aged at all. It was immediately received as crap.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
guess I shouldn't have said Turbo, because, like, in comparison to some other Priest albums, it's better than a lot of them. Like, you know, Ram It Down, Point of Entry. Actually, you know what? I'd say Point of Entry to a degree, because there's only a couple songs on there I liked. Nah, I'm gonna stick with Ram It Down, just because of that drum machine sound, and a lot of the songs kind of repeated what they did on Turbo, but not as good.
Probably.
But any other bands with albums that aged poorly? Black Sabbath, Seventh Star.
Okay, come on. That's a good album.
If it were called anything but Black Sabbath, it would be a good album. But because it had Black Sabbath on it, that was The Kiss of Death.
The Kiss of Death.
Anything else off the top of my head?
I'm trying to think. No, not Maiden, because pretty much everything from Maiden in the 80s was like solid to great.
Yeah, there's no bad Maiden album in that decade. No bad Metallica album. No bad Megadeth. No bad Slayer. That's tough. Speaking of 80s kids, we have a random Nick. What's up? Just trying to think of 80s metal albums that have aged poorly, which, other than a couple Priest albums like Ram It Down, don't really have a pick.
Point of Entry is not the best. Turbo.
I was saying that too. Yeah. Although I like Turbo more than I like Point of Entry and Ram It Down, not by much.
Turbo has 2 good songs on it.
3.
I don't know what the third one is.
Reckless.
Is it good though?
I would say so. But I do agree, Turbo Liver and Out in the Cold, easily the best.
Yeah, no, those are good songs. Stuck in a terrible album.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like 80s thrash ones. Like, all right. I don't know. Like, I mean, Zetro's vocals haven't aged that well, but I still like, Fabulous Disaster and such.
Mm-hmm.
And Pleasure of the Flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a tough one.
Really.
I
I got one. Death Angel Frolic Through the Park.
Yeah, no, that's their weakest album by far.
Easily their weakest. So I guess that's my overall pick would be that one.
Yeah. That was a marketing misstep.
Yeah. I'm bored. What the fuck? Oh, Mindful, you asshole. Screaming for Vengeance or Peace of Mind.
Oh, come on.
I'd take Screaming for Vengeance.
I would take Screaming, but damn it, I love
Screaming.
Peace of Mind too.
Yeah, Screaming for Vengeance.
That's not fair to Maiden on that.
That's not fair.
Son of
you asshole.
I'm Mindful. Glad you enjoyed the review. Some people didn't.
And a boss is
God.
finally here.
Need to talk, gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
I meant to click off of the comment. All right. What's on your mind, boss?
A lot of things. Because every time you go live, I'm always at work, but thankfully I had to go in early. I was there for almost 12 hours today, but
nice stash, by the way.
You look like Napoleon Dynamite's dad with that mustache.
I shaved the chops off. I don't know why I felt like doing it, but your rankings, boys. I have some words.
Oh boy.
Let's hear it. Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez is the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Okay, now you're being.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Joking aside.
You're trying too hard.
Hey, it's been a hot minute, okay? I'm going to try and quiet my voice down, too, because everyone's sleeping.
That's true.
I do have Gonzalez and Taker near the bottom 5, but it's not even bottom 3 for me personally. I think there's 4 matches that are way worse than that match. Bundy, Sid, Roman, and Boss Man. I think those matches are way worse.
Back to comments. Let's see. Yeah, Cold Lake was totally DOA once it came out.
Dead on arrival.
Hey, if you own a copy of it, though, you got something seriously rare. They're never going to reissue that.
Nah, nor should
never.
I mean, if I found one at a garage sale, someone was selling for like a couple of bucks, I'd snag it.
Speaking of reissues, I think I showed this to Levi. They're reissuing the Illusionary Anus. Why?
I don't know.
You can still find an original copy for under $3 at a record shop.
Dude, they'll give it away.
It's like $5 on Amazon.
Yeah, Season of Mist would give it away in their boxes, didn't they?
Dude, John got a copy back when he did a Season of Mist unboxing, like, rando pack. Like, he got some cool stuff in there, but there's... oh, yeah, he got aluminum anus in there, and we got a comment in there is like, I will confirm your suspicions that, yes, we have a lot of those copies, and we do put them in those boxes all the time. Sorry.
Hey, they're just doing what they're being told to do. No, I'll be like, here's another thing about Illusions in My Anus. Another reason why I actively hate that album is because it is so fucking disappointing. Because you have David Vincent's back in the band. Awesome. He hasn't been there since Domination. Eric Rattan's in. Cool. Love Rattan.
Well, production at least.
Production, guitar wise, I'm cool with them. You've got Tim Young Tim Young was going to be on
Young
drums. And
Destructor from
Destructor
Mark Skog on guitar.
And then they do that bullshit. Like, oh my god.
Well, all right. Look at where Dave Vincent was before that. He was doing genitortures with his wife or girlfriend, or actually, I don't know.
Well,
he was doing industrial metal for a while. He wasn't David Vincent. He was Evil D.
Nikki Sixx.
Yeah, he looked like Nikki Sixx. He would like dyeing his hair and shit.
I even saw like in articles that wasn't Trey interested.
Trey
in, like,
was the one who wrote the majority of the
some
songs
shit?
on the album.
Yeah, I mean, well, and Trey is not all together. There's a lot of stuff going on there, and I mean, the more he pays attention to wingnut conspiracy theories and shit, it's not going to get better. I don't think. Yeah. Like, he's got to get away from that. He's got to get away from all the fucking drugs
and alcohol.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, people, it was Trey who wrote that album because he's a big techno fan, and he decided, I'm going to throw in some techno into this album. You cool, David? Sure.
I'm going to sing Hardcore Radical, brother.
Okay.
Even like their best song wasn't even written by the original guy.
It was written by Destructor, Blades of Ball, and it's actually a decent song. That's literally the only song that I would want to go back to on that.
I don't go back to that.
Literally, that whole album is if Marilyn Manson wasn't a death metal band.
Yeah,
like you listen to
or Rob Zombie was a death metal.
Fuck Radical. It's like a long Mountain Dew commercial.
That song is so cringy. It's kind of funny.
I can't. I bought that the day it came out. 2011 was rough because not only was there that, which I was like, yes, fucking new more Angel. What
you also had The Haunted, you had Queensryche,
oh god,
the Lou Reed Metallica thing that I still don't get.
I didn't even bother with that. As soon as I heard the concept, I was like, no, I'm already done.
I don't even consider that Metallica Canyon. That's just a collaboration.
No, that was a Lou Reed album that Metallica just happened to play instruments on.
The Haunted was, that was the other one that hurt because The Haunted, is like a mainstay band for me. Like, if I just want something like thrashy and aggressive with like a little bit of a death metal punch, The Haunted.
I'm curious to see how their new album is going to be because I
think it'll be really good.
A full album by them.
If I were you, boss, first album to check out, even though Nick immediately disagrees with me, their first album.
Made me do it. Yeah, I've heard that.
No, they're self-titled.
No, start there though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe
start there though. Like the best material with Dolving on it, I would say, is Revolver, and then honestly, the Deadeye. The Deadeye, I think, is a really clever album. It's not as thrashy and as heavy, but it's really well written.
That's very weird. Like their albums, I don't know why everything has the. I don't know. That's just kind of a me thing.
Yeah, it was just the theming thing. But Revolver is a beast. But yeah, in terms of the Marco stuff, I mean, dude, Haunted made me do it, and One Kill Wonder whoop ass. But I mean, these last two have been awesome. I'm hopeful for this new one too. I saw. John McKenty was on the Garza podcast. I haven't watched.
I watched that a little bit. I watched a little bit of it. I finally got into watching Garza's podcast. It's pretty good.
He kind of fanboys a bit. I will say that. Like he's kind of got the oh my god, I got this dude in here. But John's really easy to talk to. I've shot the shit with John McKenty a few times, and just a solid dude, just nice dude, very down to earth. He's actually a fan of the
You want to know what the irony is? While I was wiping down tables at the cafeteria, there was this one girl that had a Sleep Token shirt on. I'm wearing my fucking priest shirt, and I'm like, I feel sad. Literally, I swear to God, there's this one room that I go and sweep, and there was this one kid, and it's a special ed room, but there's this one kid that wrote down an entire fucking page. Hi, Scott. Hi, Lex Luthor. a whole like big ass page and a half talking about how much they want to go to a Sleep Token concert. I'm like, dude, if I want to go and listen to a guy that sounds like he's got fucking peanut butter stuck in the roof of his mouth, I could go do that with my brother here in about 5 minutes.
The dude sounds like someone took all the dialogue from The Swedish Chef and played it backwards and put like cheap electronic beat behind it. I don't like, and people are like, he's an amazing, it's like some. All right, Sleep Token fans, I don't think you're out there, but your defenses and your counter arguments are as shit as the music. So it's like, well, it's called an accent because he's from England. It's like, yeah, so is Rob Halford. So is Bruce Dickinson. So is Daniel Tompkins from Tesseract. You know, all these guys can speak English and they don't sound like, you know, they had dental surgery right before their vocal takes. Like, are you kidding me? They did like the chloroseptic spray or something on his vocal cords and then like smear his lips with Novocaine, like, all right, and go. What was that?
And the fucked up part is too is like it's ironic they have a song named Caramel and it's like, oh, so that's what's going to be at the roof of the vocalist's mouth this time instead of Nutella.
I mean, it might as well be. It's just bad. But you know, hey, if you love it, you love it. That's what I've been saying, and no one's telling you not to love it. So being like, because constantly there's that thing where the Sleep Token fans don't know what gatekeeping is, but they like to say that anyone that doesn't like their band is gatekeeping. It's like, that's not what that is.
That's not what that is. Not even
like,
close.
I'm not telling people not to listen to it. I'm not telling people they are less metal by listening to it or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm not a fan and I'm going to make fun of it. But if you love it, you love it. Listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was riding with my good friend and she was jamming it and I'm just like, may I request a song? And I immediately turned on Unto Others. This is what goth music is supposed to sound
God, like. Unto Others, yes.
I'll be seeing them next Wednesday at MDF.
Nice. I have their latest album. Their latest album is not that bad, really. I liked it.
It's so good. It's so good. I need to get it still.
The
Scorpions or rat?
Scorpions. Early Scorpions rips.
I go with Scorpions, but early Rat's really good. Like,
early Rat's
full like hair metal. They're actually really good.
I think the first 3 Rat albums are the way to go. Afterward, it's kind of downhill from
there. I got the first one. It's good.
Well,
Tony Katane.
That's kind of like hair metal in a nutshell. Like usually the band's like first 3 albums are really good, and then it's kind of iffy from there on. But
it depends. It depends. Like Dokken, like the first 4, then the Don Dokken solo album.
Yeah,
kind of good. Afterwards, they're kind of hit and misses.
The mid to late 90s were pretty rough for them, but I think Dokken has a pretty solid discography. I haven't listened to their new stuff, but like they're like early 80s to like 90s stuff is actually really good.
Death Heaven or Ghostbath's new album? I go Death Heaven.
I'll go Death Heaven.
I don't listen to either.
Ghostbath I think is good. I like the
Ghostbath.
I wasn't too keen on the Ghostbath album.
That's what I was telling that to Levi earlier. That you actually gave it. Was it 4 stars?
Yeah, I dug it.
Yeah,
but I gave it 2. Death Heaven. I like. All right, I'm not like the biggest fan of them. I think New Bermuda is a solid album. Outside of that, everything else is a mixed bag. The one before it, Infinite Granite or whatever it was.
Infinite Granite.
But that new album is the best album they've put out. I think it's legit incredible. The new Ghostbath, it's a bit of a change in direction, but I like it.
I guess I came into Ghostbath at the wrong time because I wasn't that impressed with it.
Maybe I'm being biased, like I mentioned, because I saw them live back in March when they opened for Swallow Sun, and they played the first 2 singles they released. So live is a whole different experience when you listen to the record, but still, I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed Mike Heller's drum performance on it too. That dude's a beast.
He was great on it.
Speaking of
Far Beyond Driven or Burn My Eyes, Far Beyond Driven.
Far Beyond Driven.
I gotta go Far Beyond Driven, but Burn My Eyes is right up there. Like those are two of my most important 90s albums right there. Like if you threw in Helmet's Meantime, Fear Factory's Demanufacture, God man, Chaos AD and Arise. I mean, you'd have like
Lost Sector System.
So many big 90s albums for me. Those are two of the biggest.
Yeah.
Psalm 69.
Mugwa or Fury? I've never heard of Fury.
Mugwa, dude. I need to get one.
Dude, their drummer is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Helmet, dude. Meantime, fucking goated. I love that album. Betty's pretty goddamn good too. Strap it on. Also, pretty good. Aftertaste is where it kind of starts falling apart.
I'm really thinking I have to do a reaction to Sleep Token.
Dude, just give me ready. You will never get that time back.
Okay. If you're gonna do reaction to Sleep Token, Scott, listen to not this album, but the previous album, which I've said is probably their best.
Your friends
work.
Both suck. This one sucks more.
I mean, it's like, which dog shit smells worse?
The one that's closest to my nose.
Is that corn?
No, I don't know. Like I haven't had it with the Sleep Token fans, but they are persistent.
That's an insult to Scooby-Doo.
He sounds like a moaning ghost trying to fuck every word that comes out of his mouth.
Reggie, this is Rick Rock.
That is an insult to Scooby-Doo to compare him to.
Now, okay, if you said Scrappy, we would have probably said something different.
Probably, because nobody likes
Scrappy. Fuck Scrappy. I've told Ricky and Levi this. I'm not sure if I told you this, Nick, but I'm seeing Napalm Death in the Melvins this weekend.
Nice, dude. Melvins, they're playing in my town. They're playing in Toledo. They're doing like a small tour, and I guess they are going to be popping here in Toledo, which I can't believe they'd actually do. But
how many albums do they have? They have
over
what,
20,
85?
close to 30.
Jesus Christ!
Boss, get ready for
Okay.
Thank you very
much. Best second of Missy Napalm. Like, yeah! There was like, yes!
But
and the irony is, I'm actually gonna be ranking Napalm Death next because I just did my creator ranking. Which
I'm probably
if you can stay after the show, do it and try to meet the guys from Napalm. I've heard they're really nice guys.
I've met Barney. I've met Barney and Sean.
Is Mitch still with the band?
He's
not live.
Not live. He's still with them in the studio.
Studio.
The guy that got though.
He is a fuck of a drummer in the studio.
Oh, you mean Danny?
Oh, you don't know Mitch Harris? No. Mitch, the guitarist. That Mitch. He's not with them on the road anymore. They got a different guitarist, but no, they have. Shit. Not Raymond Herrera. Fuck.
John Cook.
Yeah, John Cook's the touring guitarist, drummer. What can't I think of his name?
Danny Herrera.
Danny Herrera, thank you. Okay,
get my Herrera mixed up because I brought Fear Factory. Dude, Danny's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't there like two Mitch Harrises at one point?
Yep.
No, Mick Harris.
Mick Harris.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Back on my favorite Napalm album, Harmony Corruption.
Oh, God, when they played Stuff for the Children. Was it Stuff for the Children?
Oh, they always play Stuff for the Children.
Yeah, that's Stuff for the Children.
Yes, when they played that song, the whole crowd went ape shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I've only listened to a couple albums by them, so I'm going to be going in there with fresh ears.
Tell Barney to get John. Yeah, but I remember back in the day, they brought that up a lot.
Utopia Banished. That's a good one.
That would be up there, too.
That's one of my
albums by them. I have their latest one and Order of the Leech, and both are really good. I really like Order of the Leech.
Or at least, I think that one's pretty good. That one's just like fucking gasoline-soaked aggression.
It's a little more death metal oriented than like Death Grind. Like there's like some more of that groovier stuff from like the early to late 90s. But it's catchy. Like Continuing on the War of Stupidity is a fucking great song.
I love that last album in particular, though.
Oh god!
I wish we can get a new one soon. Though.
Oh god!
Honestly,
Barney, being the age that he is, he's a fucking beast.
Oh yeah, but he cycles. He's very conscious about his health, and he's active as hell on stage. I've seen Napalm Death, God, four times, I think, and they crush. It is just unbridled energy, and they always span like quite a huge amount of that discography. They're really good about playing like older stuff.
Yeah. I have listened to a couple songs by Time Waits for No Slave.
Love that album.
Dude,
that's my favorite.
Oh my god, some of that shit's heavy. Like I would jam On the Brink of Extinction and just fucking throw down. That is such a catchy song.
Oh, dude, Downbeat Click. That's one of my favorites.
That was the first one I heard because
Fallacy Dominion.
When you guys did your ranking and you recommended that song, I just fucking blared that when I was working at Walmart at the time, and I'm like, "This is amazing." And everyone's like, "What's this fucking guy listening to?"
I tell you a personal favorite of mine. Code is Red. Long live the code.
Oh, that one's good too. Dude, fucking Josta and Jeff Walker show up on there as guest stars,
and Jello.
Yeah, I mean Jello show up anywhere. There's always room for Jello.
Yeah, always room for Jello. But Nick,
didn't he show up on the Sepultura album?
Biotech is Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he was on Chaos AD. I did not know that.
Yep. And he was on Nation too.
I know he was on Nation. I didn't know he was on.
Yeah, Biotech is Godzilla.
Is that an homage to Mecha Godzilla?
No, it's a weird socio-political statement.
Yeah. But anyways, so Nick, I got these recently.
Oh, nice. Those are the ones that reissued?
Yeah, by Listenable.
Yeah, I gotta get those.
Has reissued all their stuff before they were on Metal Blade.
I'm not ordering anything back from Maryland for MDF, which I'm going to for the entire thing and doing the pre-fest and hanging out with a bunch of cool people. I don't know if I brought that up. But no, I'm going to hit up a record store while I'm there, probably the day we run into Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I need to listen to that new Hate album. I've been.
It's so good.
It's good.
It's so good.
They really haven't.
I heard they're really
bad
good.
album in my mind.
They do Behemoth better than Behemoth, right?
Yes.
Even though the new Behemoth's good, it doesn't compare.
It's good. I'll give it that. It's good. Fucking Nurgle went full bore cringe on the lyrics though. Like.
Yeah, that's literally the only issue.
Artfulness, some cleverness. I want to tell him I don't like Jesus, but in a clever way.
Now it's have like, a shirt at one point saying Christ is cringe or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, the album title alone, "The Shit of God." Like, are you fucking kidding me? Dude? Come on. Even like Glenn Benton would look at that and was like, "Nah, that's kind of stupid."
He has a fucking branded upside down cross branded on his forehead, for God's sake.
Oh man,
I
regret not going to see Deicide last year in Corpus. I wish I could have gone to that show.
Oh, Deicide crushes live.
Like, I need to see them live.
They are insanely tight.
I need to see Glenn front row singing "Kill the Christians." I need that.
Well, I mean, he's going to be kind of expressionless. Like, he's not like very chatty on stage. Like, hey, how's it going?
I know, but still, I need to hear that song live or anything from Once Upon a Cross, because that's my favorite Deicide album.
I got to listen to it last year. They did the whole anniversary of Once Upon the Cross.
Yep.
At the Metal and Beer Fest. played all of it, and then they went through like a bunch of fucking cuts from, like a lot of fan favorites. Scars the Crucifix.
Yeah.
They played Homage to Satan. They played Dead by Dawn. God, which one?
I have 3 albums.
I can't remember
anything
which
from
Legion.
anything from Stench to Redemption.
Homage.
Homage to Satan.
The big song on it.
Yeah.
I wish if I ever saw Deicide live, the one song I wish they would play, and I highly doubt they would, Lord Sedition. That's maybe my personal favorite Deicide song of all time.
Kind of hard for me to narrow it down.
I just love the melodic start, and then it just unleashes.
Dead But Dreaming is I mean, that's like kind of a go-to one, but I've heard them do that one twice because they did. I got to see them twice doing the whole Legion tour.
I only have 3 albums by Deicide, and I've stated before, I'm not the world's biggest fan of them, but when they have good albums, they are really good. I have Legion.
But when they have bad albums, good God, they're bad.
They're contractually obligated.
I have Legion, Scars of Crucifix, and their last one. And out of all 3 of them, even though I love their last album, and I forgot to put it on my year-end list last year, I gotta say Legion just by a little bit, just because that production is fucking heavy.
I mean, honestly,
brutal too.
Honestly, with Deicide, the first 4 albums, Sense of Redemption, and the new one are kind of the way to go for me.
Honestly.
Yeah, and in the
Minds of Evil. That one's all right. That one's all right.
Yeah,
Legion is my personal favorite.
Legion's my number 2. It's definitely a 2-horse race within the self-titled.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with the first 3. The Serpents of the Light is kind of a bit of a drop-off, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And How the Mighty Have Fallen.
Candlemass or Solitude? Candlemass.
Me personally, Candlemass, although
bigger discography.
I might be ranking Solitude Eternus next year.
Solitude Eternus, I'll say I don't think they have a flat-out bad album. They have maybe one that I don't like as much, but I don't think it's bad.
I still need to get that Candlemass EP. I haven't. I didn't listen to it. What I heard was good. Like the title track, I thought was really good, but
I didn't like the chorus very much. But the instrumental track was awesome, and I like the covers. The covers were good.
Yeah, their cover of Sad Boy Sad was pretty good. Dude, still fucking kills it.
Candlemass covers are quite underrated at times, but they're fucking good.
I love their Black Sabbath medley on Ancient Dreams. That's such a good medley.
Yeah.
This one's tough.
Oh, I want to know what Levi goes because I think I know what Levi's going to choose.
By default, only because I have an album by them, I got to go Ulcerate. I need to listen to Gorguts more.
Oh, man.
Okay,
both bands, in my opinion, have perfect catalogs. Even Obscura, I still love Obscura for the wackiness it is. I mean, Consider Dead's an awesome straight-up death metal album. Erosion of Sanity is probably the go-to.
Colored Sand.
I like Obscura for the technical
Sand.
Insanity, From Wisdom to Hate, Colored Sands,
Hate.
Pallades Dust. But Ulcerate, all their albums are awesome for different reasons. Like Fracture and Failure, that's more brutal and like more straight up tech death. And then from Everything is Fire up until Minds of Paralysis, like adding more of the dissonance but still being very technical. And then the last 2, some of the darkest shit you can hear in death.
Staring to Death for me still is, I think, their crowning achievement.
No, I feel like nothing to me can top Everything is Fire though.
I think I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go Ulcerate by a.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ulcerate by a Pubic Hair. Maybe because I've seen Gorguts and I met Lou. He's a nice guy, but Ulcerate, I'm sorry, but
I've seen them both live.
I really dug the last Ulcerate album, even though there are times it did go on a bit long, but it was still a really good album.
I still love that album.
My God, I would love to see Ulcerate live. I'm pretty sure it's pretty brutal.
Watch their drummer, Jamie Saint-Maret.
Yeah, he's
that dude.
Beast.
One of the best drummers out there. I'll say it. But I'd probably go Gorguts. A little bit more variety in the discography, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Let's see. Dormant Ordeal better than Behemoth Hate. Dormant Ordeals was awesome, but I think it's definitely between it and Hate for me for best.
Need to
Polish
listen
death
to
metal
it a bit
album.
more.
I need to check it out. Actually, if I see it when I'm in Maryland, I'll probably snag it.
Yeah, they're on Willow Tip, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, if I can't find it, I'll just get back.
Watch somebody trying so hard to sell their Illusionary Anus album on Deathfest. So hard.
No.
Well, I would say the best way to describe that new Dormant Ordeal album, it's like little bit of ulcerate in terms of like the catchy dissonance, but it's got a lot of decapitated to it, like the groove and the chug.
There were people in my comment section saying that it was kind of comparable to Sulphur Aeon too.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit like Sulphur Aeon.
All
There's
things
also some
that I
like
like.
Hate Eternal moments in there. Yeah, it was pretty badass. Let's see. Deicide or Sinister?
Oh.
Deicide.
By default, Deicide because I listen
Deicide.
to it more.
Yeah, by default. I with Sinister, like it's
I need to
mainly the
listen to it
first
more.
2 albums. I really like Cross the Six and Diabolical Summonings. I still need to check out more of their stuff, so I'd have to go Deicide.
I'd probably go Deicide. Sinister, I don't think they had albums as bad as the like 2 particular dumpster fires.
Yeah,
But there was a bit of a drop off and kind of a sameness. Like it's kind of an ebb and flow in their discography. Like when they're on it, you fucking feel it, and when they're not, it's like, well, you put out a death metal album. Cool.
yeah. Let's see. All right, see you, Mindful.
All right, later.
Later, man.
But yeah, Nick, before you got here, I was saying to Ricky, I was gonna go to Cherokee, North Carolina this weekend with the folks until I realized the record shop I was wanting to stop at's closed both days that I'm there, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Because that was one of the big reasons I was gonna go was to go to that place, see what I can get my hands on, but I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
What are they closed for? There's like no holiday going.
No, Memorial Day is the weekend after that. So I'm like,
that's what I thought. I was like, Memorial Day, but he brought it up. Like, no, it's not even that.
I don't know.
Do you know the band Realm? 80s technical power thrash
I
band?
do know of them.
No,
Yes.
I
know
haven't.
of them.
Sounds familiar.
I know of them. I've never listened to them.
So if I were to guess, they probably are like a more technical, faster version of Metal Church, I bet.
Maybe.
I
Yeah,
would
Metal
assume.
Church has a little bit of that power metal vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, let's grab it.
Oh, so I picked up Guar's debut album, Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah.
I still need to get more Guar. I only have Scum Dogs.
Dude, that album is so fucking fun. It's like 16 tracks of like just goofy hardcore shit. What's the one song? It's called Americanized, and it talks about people from New Zealand being fucking. They call them sheep fuckers.
Speaking of Guar, that just reminded me. I found online a bunch of the old episodes of Viva La Bam, and I watched the episode when Guar stayed at Castle Bam, and Dave snuck in that Phil and H bed in the middle of the night. He's like, "It's scary upstairs. Aren't your friends up there?" They're not my friends. They're not my friends. Like, you can tell they had such a ball fucking with Phil and Ape.
Weren't they on Jerry Springer one time? Guar? Weren't they on Jerry Springer one time?
I know Peter Steele was on Jerry Springer. I don't remember.
I know Peter Steele was. Are you depressed? I'm more repressed than anything.
No, that was Howard Stern when he said that. But
Howard Stern.
No, they asked him, "Have you slept with all these women?" I'm gonna have to take the Fifth Amendment on that one.
I'll have to bleed the fifth. I think War was on Jerry Springer one time. I think I might be messing up with someone else, but
But yeah, like going back and watching all those old Viva La Bam episodes just brought back such memories when I was a preteen watching that show. Like hell, freaking getting Slayer to play at their housewarming party.
Oh god!
You can't get any cooler than that. You can't get any cooler than that.
Yep.
Or a whole episode where Danny Filth's hanging out with him and helping rip Don Vito's window out, his bay window out.
Wasn't Danny Filth also do what?
How was Backlash?
Oh, dude. I mean, the show itself, you guys have said, it was a really good show overall.
I'd say it was great.
It was a really good show, but oh my god, dude, that crowd went fucking nuts for everything. Everything. Dude, when fucking Orton was arriving to the building, I thought the roof was about to erupt. No, I swear, it was insane. And it was in the former Scott Trade Center. It's where the Blues play, so that's why the venue was a little smaller, because the last pay-per-view I went to, which was the Royal Rumble a couple of years ago, that was the Ever Jones Zone. Oh boy. Oh boy, I got some shitty seats. But I went with my grandpa. I had a fun time, but yeah, I got to see Edge live. That was cool. But no, the seats I got, it sucks. I don't think you guys saw me on the hard cam. I tried
to find you.
I was too high up a little bit because there was like this like truss thing that was kind of blocking my view. But I'm like, hey, you know what? I got the money. I spend the money that I got. But yeah, overall it was a good show. Like we got to see like the guys coming out from the backstage area before they went onto the thing.
Black metal, French American or Polish? So basically, which black metal scene out of those is the best? I'd say by default Poland, just because I know more Polish bands in black metal than
I mean,
French
honestly,
and American.
French, only thing with French, I only think of Disco Omega, but I probably
Blue Toss Nord.
Blue Toss Nord,
yeah.
Poland, you got Magua.
Yeah.
And Batushka, not the crappy one.
Batushka?
Yeah,
Fake Tushka, which they changed their name.
Well, you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going to say American because at least in America, yeah, we got Uada and Black Braid and
Wolves in the Throne Room.
Wolves in the Throne Room.
Yeah.
Nightbringer.
Tagalog to an extent.
Yeah. I don't like
wait, isn't Panopticon?
Panopticon, yep.
Panopticon.
Yeah, that's a one-man band from Kentucky.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we saw like the guys come out from backstage before, you know, they got onto the stage and everything. And dude, everyone was basically cheered like that in that four-way, especially for the opener. Like everyone got a cheer. You know, LA Knight was over. Drew got a big pop. Fucking fought too. Doing this shit. Priest got a good reaction.
Morbid Angel. I gotta go Morbid Angel.
Morbid Angel does have more consistent albums.
Yeah.
Morbid Angel. Yeah.
Because at least with Morbid Angel, there's only one major stinker. And then in two,
there's kind of two mishaps. I mean,
these two bands, their debut album is their best album ever.
No, Covenant's the best Morbid Angel.
You're missing Covenant, mister.
Nah, I still go Altars by a bit.
But yeah, Left Hand Path.
Oh yeah, dude, Left Hand Path is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Drew got fucked up, but
because he when they did the landing, like I don't know how he didn't crack his head open.
Yeah.
And I fucked up. That was not Zilla that attacked LA Knight. That was Jeff Cobb. I apologize. I got caught.
You don't have to apologize because I'm still going to give you a 2.999999999999999 out of 3 strikes.
You're just tapping the 9 button at this point.
I love torturing you.
Just give it the
you know
I'm gonna keep the sword of Damocles dangling over your head.
I love that Priest song. Anyways,
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta
Cobb
be
being in
that.
WWE, I think is gonna be cool.
Which metal albums completely left blues behind and other bands started developing from there for you? Not sure what you're getting at.
Well,
I guess you're meaning like metal albums that don't have a blues aspect, I guess.
Well, that's kind of hard because all the metal riffs are essentially blues riffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the foundation of all rock and roll is blues.
I mean, I guess if you're talking about like which metal albums, I would say a couple Danzig albums. He's got some blues in his albums, especially on his second.
I mean, when it comes to the blues, I mean, the first albums, the first Sabbath albums are really bluesy.
Mm-hmm.
Seven Star,
Priest, Rock and Rollers, a bit bluesy. It's a bluesy riff.
Yeah, it is. Maybe Deep Purple. They got a little bit of blues too.
Oh, they're full on blues. They were inspired with the blues. The first early.
I think he's asking what bands kind of just don't incorporate the blues very much anymore.
That's kind of hard.
Sugar.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, they don't really have any bluesy stuff. That's more punky.
Well, early on, yeah.
Well, early on. Don't say that to Steve Harris. He'd be like, don't get me started.
Steve Harris can
because of how much he hates punk.
Yeah, you hate punk, but you have punk in your albums there, Steve.
He thinks Maiden's a prog band now, and they're not.
They are not. Stop trying to be Dream Theater Light, please.
No more double albums, goddammit.
No more.
Don't
now
make your
triple album.
Boring.
Triple
album. If the next Iron Man's a triple album, you know what? I'm knocking off a fucking star immediately for that.
Probably going to be jizzing in his
you're still gonna buy it. You're still gonna buy it, Nick. You're still gonna buy that third album. You're gonna buy the special edition.
No, I didn't get the special edition for the last one. I'm like, it's already 2 discs. I'm good.
They were starting to go a little bit in the right direction, at least in my personal opinion, with the Book of Souls. But then once Senjutsu, the latest Bruce Dickinson album was better than the last Maiden album, and I wasn't even a big fan of the latest Bruce album because Bruce's voice is shot.
I still say the Book of Souls should have been the last Maiden album to this day.
Yeah, I can agree. They don't have nothing left to prove. Like, dude, Empire of the Clouds, dude, that's a fantastic way to end your album.
Yes, I said this when it came out years ago. If this is the way they're gonna go, Empire of the Clouds is the perfect song for end their career. 18 minutes of nothing but it's a masterpiece. To me, it's like one of my top 5 Maiden songs.
Let's see here. But going back to like Meshuggah, I mean, I guess the closest you could get would be their first album because it was mostly thrash, but even at that, it's still really technical and all over the map. It's like not really any blues-based stuff in that.
Is he mainly talking about bands that have blues in it?
No, that have no blues in the album.
Oh, so any fucking death metal band, essentially.
Well, that's what you're hold on. Well, hold up. Triplet chugs are based off of the blues rhythm. Dun, 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 and then you do triple chug. Dun, 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 dun. That's directly blues inspired.
That's true.
So, oh dear God, Aaron, why?
Neither. Wait.
So a band that has
both instead of a wood chipper.
So a one-hit wonder or a one-hit wonder.
And it wasn't even their own song; it was a cover.
Oh, Traps.
No, Five Finger.
Oh yeah,
when they covered Bad Company. That was what made them popular. Was that? Which, don't get me wrong, I liked it at the time, but it's not aged well for me since. I guess I would go Trap just because I still jam Headstrong, because that's still legitimately a good song. But other than that, who the hell gives a damn about Trap?
I'll give it the Trap because their one-hit wonder was the theme to Bad Blood 03, I guess. I don't know.
And it's a legit good song for that time.
I guess.
But other than that, who cares about that band?
Fine figure. Dick liquor.
Dick liquor.
Wow.
But
I was talking to Scott on his live stream on Friday, and I thought of a good kind of hardcore band name. Iron Sheik and the Jabronis. Iron Sheik and the Jabronis. Wait, this next ballad I called is Make Love Fuck.
No. Just no.
Go fuck the Hulk Hogan. Right, number one.
Shogun death metal bands like that. Well, yeah, I mean, that was the start of tech death. That was the start of tech death and prog death too. Well, okay. Now, when it comes to like when prog death metal started, you could argue that was Nocturnus who started that when they added the keyboards to add more atmosphere.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the key.
Well,
I mean that's kind of hard because like early tech death and early prog death were so similar.
Yeah,
to an extent.
I guess you could say spiritual healing to a lesser extent. Spiritual
even though that was still mostly geared towards old school death.
It has some more technical
leprosy
aspects to it, like the title track.
Leprosy kind of started a whole sub-genres of death metal. You have every sub-genre there.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to Leprosy, you get tropes of every kind of death metal there is out there.
Yeah,
So
thanks, Chuck.
But in terms of like a whole album that really started, I would argue prog death starts with The Key by Nocturnus.
Yeah, that was what
90.
That was
90.
Was it a year before Human, right?
A year before Human. 91, that's where Human and Testimony of the Ancients, Unquestionable Presence. Hell, I would even make an argument Sarcophagus Laws of Scourge could be in that conversation too. Because that was very technical, and there were some songs that kind of felt a bit proggy. Like Secrets of a Window, Little Julie. Like those two songs are kind of prog death songs. Because they were more dynamic, whereas like most of the songs on the album is just unbelievable ferocity and speed and technicality. And then of course if you want to talk about like prog death bands that had no like crazy technical edge but just mostly on songwriting, Edge of Sanity would be the first band I would think of to that degree. And then eventually leading to Opeth.
Yep.
All the roads lead to Opeth.
By the way, I did finally manage to get their latest album. I should have saved my year-end list. God damn it!
You got to play catch up with a lot of stuff.
I know.
Then again, I said myself I gotta listen to like that Dawn of Ouroboros and that Tomarum album, since both are kind of close.
I left so many. Dude, I wanted to include the new Deep Purple from last year in my top 35.
That was good.
I completely forgot about it. I forgot that.
There were quite a few albums I forgot about putting on my
honestly
last year.
I am still trying to get the new Scorpions album that came out a couple of years ago. That was a sleeper for me.
That was a surprise one,
yeah.
It was all right.
Favorite Black Dahlia Murder album?
Yeah, well,
I have
Abysmal.
Other albums.
Abysmal for me.
The only one I fully listened to was their latest one. Their latest one was pretty good. I liked it.
Man. And that's going to be another discography I'll have to rank in the future.
Miasma and Everblack.
Everblack, Nightbringers.
Nightbringers was a lot of fun. Miasma was the first one I ever got. I saw him live on that album 3 times. Absolutely fucking crushed. I saw Black Dahlia Murder with fucking Trevor, God, like maybe 10 times. Met Trevor a couple of times.
It still pains me that he's no longer with us.
It's still.
Oh yeah. He was a good dude. Legit spirit animal.
I guess if I had to pick, it's between the first two. I'd probably go Miasma as well because I did listen to that in full recently and I loved it. But I don't know, Unhallowed because I love Funeral Thirst so much. That's
honestly, is there a bad Dahlia Murder album?
Really, all of them are awesome. All of them are
awesome.
Very
one of the most consistent bands ever.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still like lingering on this comment so much about like all the prog and tech death bands from way back when. But even though Meshuggah, I wouldn't have called them like a tech death band. They were more like tech thrash at the beginning.
Yeah, they're more like Coroner
and Voivod mixed with Metallica.
That's another thrash band I need to get into. I need to get in the Corner. I've always heard good stuff about them.
All their stuff's awesome.
Yeah.
Even Grin's kind of underrated.
I have a feeling this new album that they're going to drop is going to sound similar to Grin. The song that they're playing live on this tour, or the one that they wrapped up with Deceased. It's kind of Grinish, but it's a little bit more proggy.
I mean, I'll be down for it for sure.
I listened to the retrospective on the Downfall Network, and they said that was a really good band to listen to. Like, all right.
I mean, all 5 albums are awesome.
The samples that they used sounded really fucking good. So,
if you were to ask me the best one out of the bunch, it would be a toss-up between No More Collar and Mental Vortex.
Mental Vortex
is really good. Rest in Peace is really good too, from what I've heard.
Punishment for Decadence is pretty killer, and even Grin, despite it kind of having a bit of the groove metal vibe, it was still pretty proggy, and it was pretty good.
It's my least favorite, but I still think
it is the lowest in the list. Like, if I were to rank Corner, that would easily be my last place, but I still like it. But
speaking of thrash bands, did you, by happenstance, check out my creator ranking by any chance, Levi?
I haven't yet. I've been needing to.
I'll be honest, mine's a little similar to yours in a way. I mainly say, like, I think the early stuff's fantastic. The 90 ones,
apart from Coma of Souls.
That's a fantastic album. But oh Lord in heaven, what the fuck were they thinking, dude? Like Endorama, I heard it was bad. It's worse. It's so much worse. It's bad. There's like 2 songs I like on that entire fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, like
same with Outcast, the one before it.
Most of those albums were just boring. Like, it's like, okay.
Well, those 2 albums in particular, again, and I said it in my ranking, it sounded like they were really into Tiamat.
Yeah,
and they wanted to try and make their own Tiamat album.
Tiamat. That's literally it. But then once Violent Revolution it's off to the races.
Catalog was saved.
Yeah. Even though I agree with you guys where the more melodic direction we're going for, not really my thing, it's still good. I liked it. Like,
it's just different than what we want, obviously.
Like, they're trying to go for more of like a more epic kind of, chanty thing, and I'm like, that's cool.
Like geared towards shows. Like getting the crowd involved, which I totally get. I mean, you want to have your crowds get into a lot of that kind of stuff, but especially especially if they play like Vakken and stuff, that crowd's gonna sing along to a lot of those choruses in a big way. So,
and I also think it's like more of somewhat of an accessibility factor too, which I don't.
I mean, hell, they
per
got
se.
to do a co-headline tour with Lamb of God a couple of years ago.
There you go.
So there you go. Goes to show you that even Creator can headline over bigger bands like Lamb of God nowadays. So
yeah.
But
they're going to be making a new album next year, which I'm open for.
No More Color. I would. Again, it's between it and Mental Vortex for which one I think is best. I'd probably go No More Color just because, like, it wasn't as technical as, say, the first two albums. Like, they even said in their documentary, they wanted to go for a more riff-focused album, and they nailed it. And on top of that, mixed that Moore sound by
Tom Morris.
I can't remember. I think it was Tom Morris who mixed it, and it sounded like it was recorded properly at Moore Sound, even though it wasn't. But like, Read My Scars, Why It Hurts, Die by My Hand, hell, even the closer, Last Entertainment, that like kind of atmospheric riffy track was really good too.
Oh, so when I was at the record store about a couple weeks ago, they had a couple High on Fire albums. I picked up Snakes for the Divine, and I was jamming that. Dude, that album's very fucking good.
Frosthammer.
Dude,
And,
Bastard Samurai. Oh,
what was the so Fire, Blood, or Blood, Fire?
Fire, Flood, and Plague.
There you go. Yeah.
Dude, the title track, Snakes for the Divine.
There's really not a bad High on Fire album, honestly.
No,
Dude,
I asked the guy what his favorite is. I think he said
yeah, the new one was really good too.
That was a year-ender for me. Dude,
I don't know if it made my year-end list. I probably should have, but I forgot about it.
It was high on my list.
Very high. Very high.
About as high as Matt Pike. No, well, maybe not that high. No, Death is This Communion is also one that I think is a must listen.
I think the guy that I asked, I think he said Wings is his favorite. I think that's
Blessed Black Wings is a fucking banger too.
Wings. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Vader or Immolation? Oh dear.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was jamming. I was jamming De Profundis the other day, and I'm like, God.
Yes. By
So
default,
good.
because I've listened to all the albums, I'm going to go with Immolation. But from what I've heard from Vader, I heard it's really good. And I have a couple Vader albums. I just haven't jammed them yet.
I have all of Vader's albums. I have all of Immolation's albums.
I'm stoked for that new EP that's coming out.
Yeah, it should be good, but I want a full length, damn it.
They're just going to tease new material first.
I'd probably still have to go Immolation, though.
Yeah, Immolation.
Give me more of that dissonance. Come on, man.
I'm going to have a smoke.
But
my answer is... and that's what I'm thinking with. Man, that was a toughie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is tough. But yeah, like legit, I listened to De Profundis and the other day, and I was just mind boggled at like how not only good the writing, but the production on it was.
God,
95.
Was that the album that they did, Fire with Fire, the cover, or was that?
No, that was way later.
No.
Oh, I'm probably thinking of I think I might be thinking of that album.
Well, no, they did. They did the cover of Fire with Fire on a compilation, I think.
Oh,
much later.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
was it like a greatest hits in a way?
What is it, Ricky?
Was it on the greatest like a greatest hits of sorts?
I'm trying to remember. I know it was out there somewhere. I just don't remember what it was on.
I know.
I remember.
I know Motorhead. They did a cover of Enter Sandman, and I'll be completely honest.
And Whiplash.
Yeah, I might honestly like that version more than the original version.
Come on now. Come on now.
Okay,
I get it. It's overplayed, but it's overplayed because it's legit a good song.
I'm not saying it because it's overplayed. I think with Enter Sandman, I feel like that fits Lemmy's vocals more because he sounds like a fucking Sandman, for Christ's sake.
Come on, Hetfield, perfect on that. Don't bullshit me.
See, I said it before and I say it again. The Black Album is overrated, but justly overrated.
I mean, I agree it's overrated, but it's still an awesome album, regardless.
Yeah, just because it's overrated doesn't mean it's bad.
Exactly.
It's overplayed.
Yeah.
And whoever says it sucks, I don't know what to say. You need to be laid. I don't know.
What? Was it mid-2000s, I guess?
Are you still trying to find that Fire with Fire?
I'm still trying to find where in the hell that popped up on.
It sounded very modern.
Yeah, I know it was like in the 2000s or something like that, but I just can't, for the life of me, remember what it appeared on.
It was a really good cover. It was a lot faster.
I was Google it. I was trying to do Metal Archives, but it's not really helping me. Fight Fire with Fire.
It just shows a picture.
Oh, it was a bonus. It was a bonus track on Necropolis, which was 2009.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And they also did a cover of Venom Black Metal on there too. I don't know if my version that I have has those covers. Let me look. Vader,
I have Black
Necropolis.
Metal in my.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have those covers. It just has all the original songs.
I do have that Venom album, and it's amazing. And Venom is a black metal band.
Speed metal.
They
proto black, not proper
metal.
black.
They invented black metal.
Bathory invented black metal.
Venom invented black metal.
They're proto black, not
they
proper
invented
black.
Black metal. Levi.
Proto black. They're speed
buddy,
metal.
Buddy, hey.
I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong.
I'm white, you're wrong.
You're yes, you are white. Yes, you are white, so you are factually correct in that statement.
Yeah, you are white.
Ricky, help me out here. Is
somebody clip that moment because I want to shove that in Boss's face for the rest of his days. Yes, you are white.
Well,
I'm teacher.
Venom or black metal. I'm sorry. They're not the greatest. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Gomez. I disagree with Burzum and Mayhem inventing it, but I agree that Venom is speed metal.
Dude,
Venom invented it, but Bathory perfected it. Venom invented it, Bathory perfected it. There you go.
Burzum's fucking trash.
Venom may have created the term, but musically it was Bathory who created it.
Let's see. Blast beats. Tremolos, gutturals,
Venom didn't have blast
satanic
beats.
imagery.
Whoa. Venom did not do blast beats. They did thrashy, like punky beats. That ain't a blast beat.
Bathory.
Bathory did blast beats.
Thrashy blast beats.
But still blast beats.
So did Venom.
No, they didn't. I will flat out prove you wrong that Venom did not have blast beats.
You know what, motherfucker?
Bathory had blast beats on.
Fucking tape of yours.
I'm not Kevin Dunn. But no, like Bathory had blast beats on The Return, but more especially on Under the Sign of the Black Mark.
Venom had that on Welcome to Hell, especially.
There was no blasting on there.
Oh, dude, there was blasting. Lots of blasting. There was probably ass blasting on that album.
Buzz, just stop while you're ahead. Just stop while you're ahead before you say it.
At war with Satan. At war with Satan. Just
there's no blast beats on there. I swear.
Levi, I will make a drive all the way.
Now, granted, yeah, Bathory had a lot of thrashiness, but it was definitely still very much early black metal.
And you know who else had thrashiness? Venom.
that's more, well, okay. Speed metal and thrash metal at the very beginning were kind of hard to define, but now it's easy.
And they invented black metal.
They invented the term.
They
not the
invented
music.
the genre. Dude,
Bathory invented the music.
All night. I don't care.
I'll argue with you all night and say you're wrong. Bathory started it.
Ricky's like, I'm enjoying this.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely enjoying
I'll be
it.
curious to hear what Nick has to say when he gets back.
He'll say,
and you won't say a damn word.
Oh,
Hey, speaking of Nick, he's back. Okay, settle a debate between Boss and I. Who's the proper inventor of black metal, Venom or Bathory?
I would say Bathory has more of the hallmark.
Nick, I thought we were cool.
Venom's Motorhead with, Satan.
Thank you.
Not sounding bad, but
then we're not saying it's a bad thing, but it's
Venom may have coined the term black metal.
And they invented black metal.
You could make the same debate with Possessed.
I'm maniac moment with you, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, Nick, you actually missed a funny flub up on Boss's part when we were going back and forth saying I'm right, he's wrong. He says I'm white and you're wrong, and I said yes, you are white.
I did that
I'm not going to
intentionally,
argue
by
that.
the way.
No, you didn't. Stop
yes,
it.
I did. Shut up.
No, you didn't.
You shut your whore lips.
You're just saying that to save your own skin. But I still love
Venom invented black metal.
Even though I'm right.
They invented it.
They invented maybe the term. Again, this
They
is the same
invented the
debate that
genre,
goes on
Nick.
between Possessed and Death.
Yeah. Only I think it's not as argumentative there.
I still think that's an argument because honestly, I still kind of consider Possessed more of a thrash band.
Me too.
But you bring that up around the diehard Possessed fans, and they will try to peel your fucking skin.
Yeah.
Oh well, I still think Venom is a black metal band personally.
They're heavy metal, but they're awesome.
Speed metal.
It's
but
like
an awesome
it's
speed
like
metal
saying fucking Alice in Chains is a grunge act. They're a doom metal band. Come on now.
They kind of fit in both camps.
They fit in both, even though musically they're far more doomy.
Musically, they're more hard rock. I mean, come on.
Oh,
listen to those riffs.
That actually hurt. That was bad. Oh, this is a good one. System of a Down or Deftones?
Deftones.
I gotta go System. I gotta go System.
I need to listen to more.
Well, with Deftones, I'm picky about with Deftones per se, whereas System of a Down, I am not picky at all when it comes to their stuff.
It depends. I mean, the last two albums I thought were good, but it could have been whittled down to one album.
Maybe, yeah.
There's like the weakest Deftones album, I still find stuff that I like. Like, I mean, it's probably Gore. Gore's just kind of a flat album, but it still has some really good songs on it.
I remembered. I think I reviewed Gore when it came out, and I thought it was all right.
Yeah, like I don't think it's bad. Dude, Ohms was way better. Ohms was way more dynamic.
Is Bore the album with all the birds on it, or is
it?
Oh, Gore.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got some good songs on it, though.
Yeah.
But
from what I remember, it's been a long time since I've listened to it.
I don't know. I mean,
I need to get into
and
Deftones.
supposedly we're gonna get a new Deftones album this year. I think
this year, I don't know. They've been doing a lot of touring. I know. I kind of still feel bad for the dude from Quicksand that got essentially yeeted from the band.
Sergio.
Yeah, that dude. He was a good fit too. He was like legit the perfect fit for him.
Hmm.
I've been a long time Quicksand fan, and that dude's bass work is awesome. But we'll see what they got in the next one. I would like something like right on par with Diamond Eyes again. That's still a favorite of.
Oh God,
I'm still a bit iffy on Chino's vocals personally.
I like him, but then again, I mean, I listen to a lot of like '80s pop and a lot of breathy stuff. Like he's not like a metal vocalist.
No,
he's more along the lines like he's inspired by Morrissey, whatever. Robert Smith, even like David Gahan's delivery in Depeche Mode,
Joy Division.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say the same thing with Surge too. I think Surge is a good vocalist, but whenever he does like kind of like wonky stuff, I don't know, it doesn't fit.
I love that because, and I think Nick will agree with me. It kind of gives Jello Biafra vibes at times.
Oh yeah,
which is fun.
He's big on the Jello thing, and I love Jello. I've been listening to DKs for fucking forever. Both the Lard albums, I think, are fucking fun.
The Lard albums.
Oh, dude, Lard's great, dude. Dude, you gotta get through some fucking Fork Boy in your life, man. Fork Boy is a fucking jam.
Oh man. But yeah, like Surge, I just love how he could just go to any range and nail it. Whether
he also harmonizes well.
He's got good harmonies. It's just sometimes that like out of nowhere
with he
transition
and Darren. Yeah, he and Darren harmonize really well.
They both have very unique voices too.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that clip when they played a big festival and they played the riff to Dark Throne Transylvanian Hunger live because I guess they're all big Dark Throne fans too. So it's like, yes.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
But
and
actually,
I love that album.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was something else. Oh, what the fuck? My mind's all topsy-turvy right now.
Where is my mind?
I don't know if I showed you this last time, Nick, but I got this.
1 second here.
Oh, benediction, nice. Oh, hold on. Someone might be shit posting.
Oh boy, maybe. Like, oh, time to have some more fun with this.
Oh well, beauty of a lot of these kids.
Oh no.
They don't.
Facebook again?
They don't know that if they keep coming back and commenting, they're just going to pay me to insult them. And this one decided to get shitty with me right from the rep. Like, all right, let's keep this going because I want to fucking stretch this out as long as possible. I will fucking milk every nickel out of you if I can.
Is it from your Sleep Token review?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, keep them coming.
What's up, Andrew?
Hey, what's up?
Oh damn.
Oh, but yeah, Nick. So this is what I got recently.
Benediction.
Oh, good one.
I still am trying to find Transcend the Rubicon.
That one's tougher to find. I have that on a 2-disc set, I think, from Total Dissonance or Distance Records or something like that.
Oh, Dissonance Productions. Yeah, I remember they did the reissues for the first Carnivore album, which I got.
I got the Metal Mind ones, which they have the gold discs. Those go for a pretty good price now because they're a limited run anyway.
Yeah.
But
I got the Benediction album, dude. That album fucking rips.
Oh, the new one? Oh, the new one's awesome. I can't wait to see them at Maryland Death Fest.
It's so far my favorite album of the year.
So far for me, probably Warbringer. Right now,
I do have the new Warbringer, but I haven't.
There's quite a few.
A lot that are in running for.
I know. I don't know.
It's still early. It's still early.
Oh yeah, we're not to the halfway point yet.
For right now, the new Arch Enemy kind of blew my mind. I don't know.
I don't know if I would put it near the top. I liked it quite a bit.
I liked it.
Running.
Definitely not on my list.
No, it's a solid 3.5.
4 for me.
I have the new Night album, but I haven't listened to it yet.
The new Night's awesome.
That's really good, despite the vocals being an odd fit for that style.
That's about it.
Awesome.
I really like the new 16 Guides for the Misguided.
The new what?
16. It's a sludge metal band out of California, kind of crowbarish.
California.
Scour.
Scour.
Yeah.
And look, I've
Scour.
stated before, I've never been a Phil Anselmo guy, but he fucking kicked on that album. I'll give him credit.
He did.
Ancient Death.
Ancient Death. Did I check? I feel like I checked.
I think
Your
I think you
Dissolution,
did check out that
if
album.
you like
That's on
Horrendous.
Ancient
Death.
Death. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was a bizarre one. That was a bizarre one, but I did like it. Yeah. Yeah, I think I wrote it in the title. If Death and Morbid Angel had a grandchild.
Let's see what other one.
I like the new
Corpus
Elysian
Awful.
album.
Corpus
I know some
Awful's
guys didn't like
incredible.
it. I thought that was a really good album. The new
New Cryptosis.
Yeah, I need to listen to it again.
Oh,
I remember
the new
I had
Whitechapel. That shocked me.
The new Whitechapel's awesome.
It was good. It was
I legit love the new Ghost. Give a fuck.
Yeah, the new Ghost is fun.
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
The new Leak. That's a ripper.
Yeah, Leaks. Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna be good. The Great Old Ones, Get Off. No, that one's still in the running.
Which one?
Let's see.
Oh, Hangman's Chair.
Son of a bitch. Oh, Sepulchral Curse. That's going to be high up on my list right now. Yeah, Ricky, that's an album you need to check out. Sepulchral Curse.
Idle Airs. I don't know if anyone's checked out that one. It's Sean Ingram, formerly of Coalesce, new post-metal project. Stupid good.
Oh, new Kill Switch Engage. That was a really good album.
Oh yeah, that was a really good one too. Empty Throne. That's
still need to listen to it. I still need to listen to it.
Yeah. Did you check it out, Nick? Empty Throne, Unholy.
I don't think so.
That's Jason and Chad from Angerod and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, we did. Yeah, it was good. More like an EP, but it was good. I dug it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
That Messa band from Italy, the very sultry doom metal meets lounge.
Messa.
Oh, yes. It's sexy. It's wonderful.
That's one way of describing it.
Morbific. I love the new Morbific.
New Cytotoxic was really good. I really enjoyed that album.
Mutagenic Host.
The new Gravedigger was really good.
I didn't check that
one. German Judas Priest.
Frenolith. Yeah, the new Propagandhi is probably going to be at this point new, like 5.
Oh, I almost forgot Lunar. That's going to be a possible year-ender for me.
What else?
Lunar, that's actually a fun prog album. That's like if you took BT Bam, Opeth, and Haken and mixed them together. It's pretty fun.
Retromorphosis. I've really enjoyed that, even though it should.
I did review
Frenolith.
I just listened to the new Imperial Triumphant.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
Solid.
I don't know if it's gonna be a year ender for me.
It might be on there because it's the first one that's really clicked with me. They kind of dialed back some of the weirdness and shortened up the songs, and it's still strange. It's still twisted, but it's way more digestible.
The only complaint I really have is that it does kind of run together. That's like the only complaint I do have.
New Sculpture. I really dig that. Shrieking Demons.
Titan Blood. That was a good one.
Oh, dude, that I'm fucking ripped. I'm not even a war guy.
Sayor is a high one for me. They're so good. They're like a Scottish version of like Panopticon, kind of. And it's a one-man band, too.
New Vacuous was pretty good, too. A new Tribunal. Fucking woefully sad, but good.
For thrash, probably other than Warbringer, I liked Hazard.
Yes, I was just about to say that one. Yeah, that one.
That was a killer one. That was a killer album right there.
They're young too, aren't they? Like in their
New Pissgrave, anyone?
No, I didn't know.
It was good, but it ain't gonna be a year ender for me. Oh, Sacrifice.
I forgot about
Sacrifice. I'm gonna get a copy of that. I'm gonna look.
That was good. I liked it.
Baltimore.
That was good.
What else?
Onurophagus. It's a Portuguese or Mexican death doom band. Really, really good.
So far, the only like disappointing albums I've listened to so far was the new Destruction and the new Cancer album. I was a little let down by those.
Cancer I thought was good. Destruction was just kind of a safe Destruction album. I mean, in terms of like, well, disappointment means I had expectations, so I'm not counting Sleep Token because my
me neither.
Oh,
I almost forgot.
Machina was the biggest fucking. Dude, that
I didn't bother with it. I can't stand Rob Flynn.
Rob needs some co-writers. He needs people to bounce.
And also needs to get his attitude in check.
Why the fuck do they need to put a slash to an O every time it's on a...
Same reason Nurgle needs to put a V in place of a fucking U.
Or an F.
Or an F now. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
Pestilence did that shit too, and I get annoyed by it all the time.
Yeah, the same reason.
The new Conan I really like too.
Still waiting on my copy. That one's taking a fucking while to get here.
That was a fun album.
And of course, the new Hate album's probably going to be pretty high up for me. Same with Sphere. Did you check out Sphere Inferno?
No.
Oh, that one might be a front runner for best Polish death metal album of the year. Like that one, that's another one-man band. But my God, it sounds like the perfect amalgamation of all Polish death metal. Like there's Vader on there, there's Behemoth, Hate, Decapitated, even some Aborted Hell. Svenko guest appears vocally on a song, and you get a guest solo from Dallas Toller Wade. That was really good.
Ooh.
It's groovy, it's chuggy, but man, does it get really fast like Vader at times.
I mean, there's still
that'd be a good one for you.
Speaking of Aborted, didn't their drummer get kicked out for legal shit?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just talking to Maniac on his stream last night, and he mentioned that. I'm like, oh shit, I did not know that.
There's extenuating circumstances. It'd be ranging around the legality of certain actions in certain states and blah blah blah. He's definitely out, and I think, according to Badine, the drummer, he left of his own volition, but I don't know. Sven's the guy in charge. I think he was yeeted immediately, which if he was, good on Sven for taking care of that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not pretty. And fucking Noonan was devastated because that's like one of his favorite death metal drummers.
Yeah.
I mean, what's been going on with a lot of like band members having like legal shit happen? Like last year was ridiculous with fucking.
I mean, the short answer is we are no longer in the age of accountability. Look no higher than our role models, occupying offices. You let people get away with shit, nonchalantly. Everyone thinks they can too. So I get happy when fucking scumbags get busted. Con men, scumbags, all that shit. Bring them right to fucking earth.
You gotta get got.
You just gotta get got.
Oh, before we move on, I actually asked Ricky this, but Nick, have you ever seen the movie Big Hero 6?
Yep.
I watched it for the first time ever Sunday because a bunch of my buddies, we watched it on Discord because we play Disney Speedstorm, and that's the movie the season's running currently for characters. So we wanted to watch to get context. I was pleasantly surprised as to how good that movie is.
Oh, it's based on a manga, a Marvel.
Yeah, from
manga.
Marvel. Yeah.
Actually, I know the comic book store that I frequent. He has copies of like all the OG issues and shit, or at least he did. But yeah, it was a big deal there, and they did a really, really good job with the movie. I was like, wow, this is.
And fucking Baymax stole the show.
Oh yeah,
especially drunk Baymax on low battery, or especially petting the cat.
Nice
Harry,
baby.
Harry, baby.
I like the movie.
Or when he tries to walk up the stairs. I found gifs of that yesterday. Or I still can't get over the fist bump.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I like the movie, but the main villain's motivation is so fucking lame.
Oh
It's lame. Like, really?
Well,
you did all
I mean,
just for that?
the pain of loss. Yeah.
Can drive you
like
mad.
all right.
Well, yeah, but it's
put
so
it in context here. Do you like Pet Sematary?
I love Pet Cemetery.
You know,
fuck the remake, but I love the original.
But the story, the whole story is rooted in grief and loss.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking depressing.
And how, it's one of the most depressing stories that he ever wrote. But the whole thing is about desperation. Like, if you thought you had a chance to bring back something, how far would you go? That's the whole villain's motivation there, is he's willing to go beyond super far to do this. And because the pain of loss. So that's a very relatable thing right there. Like, yeah, people get desperate.
Well, I mean, I get it. I don't know. It just came off wonky for me. I don't. It's been a while since I've last seen Big Hero 6, but because
it's a good movie.
When was that? 2015?
2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Oh, it was all the craze when that came out.
Yeah.
I'm shocked it took me 11 years to actually watch it, but yeah.
There's some movies I haven't watched.
Yeah, I would say in terms of modern Disney, that's probably nearer at the top of, like, from 2010 to now, definitely top 3.
Yeah. I mean, they had good source material and they stuck with it.
Pixar's released some good ones. Dude, fucking Coco. The ending
I haven't watched Coco. I think the last Pixar movie I watched in full was Cars 3.
I think the last.
Right.
I think the last Pixar movie I saw was.
Part is that's probably the best of the trilogy.
Nah, the first one still.
I think the last one that I saw from Pixar was Finding Dory.
I like that movie. I don't know why people gave that movie shit. I
liked it too. I thought it was fun.
Oh,
it was fun. The only I think I know the reason why a lot of people give a lot of shit is because in the timeline, it was like a month after the events of the first one, where we waited like 15 years for a sequel.
Yeah,
I remember watching it, going on theaters, and then giving the backstory for Dory, and then they go back to the present time 1 month after. I'm like, really? A month after what happened? After we waited 15 years to a follow-up to Finding Nemo? It was just a month in that timeline?
Well, you don't have to worry about aging actors.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Well, true.
Mm-hmm.
Who played the octopus? Who was Hank? Was that?
Ed O'Neill. That was Ed O'Neill.
Okay, thank you.
I love the voice cast
of
Finding Dory. Like, Idris Elba was in there. Eugene Levy in there. I forgot who.
I forgot who does the voice of the freaking pigeon stuff. Mine.
Oh, the
seagulls.
The seagulls, yeah.
Seagulls. Who does the voice for those fuckers?
Mine. I've always had a love for Finding Nemo. That was like one of the first.
I was 8 or 9 when that came out. Jeez.
I was 6 months when that movie came out.
Yeah, I remember. I have fond memories of Finding Nemo. I remember, it was a really, really rainy day, and I had to go to school that day. And this is when we used to live at my old house, and my parents decided not to let me go to school because it was really a shitty day. It was raining hardcore. So that day, I just was in my living room with a blanket and some chips and watching Finding Nemo on VHS. Remember VHS, kids? Because I do.
I do.
I don't know. I'm a big Albert Brooks fan, period. Like, there's if you ever get a chance, there's a whole documentary about him and how much of a genius of a comedian he is. And I didn't realize he's also, or was, because I think Super Dave's dead. He's Super Dave Osborne's brother.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a whole documentary done by Rob Reiner about just how eccentrically off the wall Albert Brooks was. Like some of his stand-up performances. The dude was clever.
Dude, that fucking pelican. Fucking Nigel.
Oh, that was Jeffrey Rush who did him.
Mm-hmm. Then
And I love Jeffrey Rush.
You've got the dentist. Oh, crikey! Oh, the animal's gone mad. Gets hit right in the fucking face.
All animals have gone mad.
Dude, I've
Runs
replayed
right
that
into
so
the
many
light.
times. And then you have the fucking kid just like.
Oh, Darla.
the
Or no,
thing
the
going.
kid reading the magazine.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would have brought back Willem Dafoe.
They
for-
did in the
Oh,
post-credit
dude.
scene.
Oh,
The
yeah.
post-credit
Dude,
scene.
he was so good as Gil. Oh,
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
perfect voice actor.
So just for fun, I'm going through all the comments I've gotten on the Sleep Token review. I'm just gonna pull out some of the bad ones and let's just have a ball with it.
Let's see the fangirl reactions.
All right, so okay,
This dude.
I'm
this
gonna
shit's
I'm gonna
honestly
save
fucking
I'm gonna
depressing to
save
watch.
I'm gonna save this one for the end.
Oh,
But
God.
okay, the first one, which I still am like, yeah, he's gotta be trolling here. You may not like Sleep Token or think they suck, but can't be worse than that death metal song you had in your intro, and then a kissy face.
Well,
Nice
I mean,
job.
again,
What
these
song
are kids.
do you even use for your intro?
it's Blood Red Throne.
Oh, I
isn't it?
used a live clip of Smite by Blood Red Throne.
Ah, I got
That groove riff because it's so fucking catchy.
Well, when you start bringing up big words like subjective, they often kind of start to wither. Like, wait, hold on, what?
Like the K?
Let's see. What's the next craziest one that I found? Oh, this one I was just like, I'm not sure if this is meant to be a compliment or a troll or whatever. This one says, not gonna lie, calling Sleep Token metal is strange. It's the equivalent of calling Extension an R&B singer. They're just a good time. It's like, I'm not the one calling them metal. It's their fan base that calls them metal.
But the same fan base calls them not metal too. It's situational.
Yeah. But the majority of them do call them metal, which
What
I
the
find
fuck
absurd.
does that even mean?
It's word salad.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm smart.
Okay. What is it?
Actually, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm still trying to find like the real ridiculous ones. Which I got quite a few, but it's just trying to read through them.
I might have you beat.
Yeah, you definitely got me beat. Well, you got like what, 600 plus now at this point?
6,000.
You know who I'm shocked?
The fuck you say?
You know who I'm shocked?
6,000. I've only got like nearly 70.
Yeah.
You know who I'm shocked?
Oh no! Oh, comments? Oh no! I thought we were talking about
comments.
views. I have 6,000 views. I've responded to a lot of my comments, but
Same.
there are 728 of them.
Oh, okay. I was about to say 6,000 comments. The fuck you say?
I thought you were talking about views, but no.
Nah.
You know
You
who
got
I'm
me beat by like 5,000.
You know, I'm shocked.
Which is
Didn't really comment or hate comment all that much on their video in question. Metal Meltdown. He really didn't get that much hate for his.
Well, his take was very. He took the high road. I wasn't going to do that, and he did a good job. He broke it. Honestly, he broke it down in such a way where, like, unless you're a complete dipshit, there's really no way to cast any hate on there. He was critical of it, but he wasn't insulting. He gave it some praise on certain things where I didn't find anything praiseworthy on there. And he did a great job. I even told him, I was like, hey, you took the high road. You did a great job. And he even put up a post like, he can't even do a drinking game for it. It's like, well, I mean, if I wasn't going to MDF, you could use my comment section.
Okay, here we go.
Didn't he do one for like the Motley Crue EP?
Yep.
And that went like 30 minutes. I'm like, why the fuck do people defend that?
Oh, dude, that comment section was loaded.
Oh, I need to go and watch some of that shit.
All right, so here is the best for last. Okay, Nick, if you thought the one that Joe read in the review was something, this is something in a shorter way. What I appreciate is that the band seemed to marry the emotion of what's being conveyed and the soundscape that it is suited for. Granted, I don't love every song on the album, but Infinite Baths is a masterclass track on layered expressionism. I found I love music so much more when I don't paint my expectations of what it should be or what it actually is. That said, I do understand that everyone has their preferences. So just the layered expressionism part was what got me. I'm like, wow, where'd you pull that one from?
Did they even know what that word means?
It's very pretentious, like Morrissey levels of pretentiousness there.
Yeah,
I had those too.
What would you say out of all the comments you have gotten thus far? What would you say was like the one that came off as the most pretentious?
Oh, dude, I don't.
There's gotta be a good amount.
Let's see.
There's gotta be a good amount of that. Whereas I only had like one majorly pretentious, where the rest of them were just kind of like, oh my, like no, Sleep Token.
Hold on, I have to respond real quick.
Oh boy,
it's the same dude I'm drawing on.
Multi-layered.
Oh, here we go. This is one I skipped over.
That's such a left field fucking thing.
Oh, here's one I actually forgot and I skipped over. Always funny to me when people criticize Sleep Token's lyrics. I think most people would agree that he is a great songwriter, and for me personally, one of the best around. Entitled to your opinion, of course, but it feels like you're just hating just to hate. And I'm like, no, I had reasons. I actually had reasons, and fucking great songwriter and lyric writer, my ass.
Dude, that's
I can come up with better ooh girl lyrics than Vessel can.
You want to listen to a song that will get a chick faster than the speed of light. Listen to Be My Druidess. Enough said.
You read my mind.
And
I watched your review, so I kind of
Thank you. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. I'll be here all week.
Are we cool after that fucking black metal argument, sir?
No, not quite.
It up.
I figured not.
Nah, just.
Dude, I swear you're like motherfucker.
But I will say this too about some of the comments that I've gotten on my Sleep Token review. At least the ones who are fans appreciated my humor in it and are saying, "Hey, to each their own." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's totally fine."
Yeah,
at least I had respectable comments. It's just some of these that I just couldn't help but just smirk at, like, okay, I did my job right.
It's tongue-in-cheek humor. It's not so. If you get offended that your favorite band made an album and that everyone's gonna like, that says more about you than the person reviewing the album.
Yeah, not
everyone's gonna like an album by a band.
For example, I personally enjoyed Shining with Follow Sun. I know Levi wasn't the biggest fan, but that was his.
But opinion. I don't. But it's still a decent album.
I know, but I'm not gonna. Yeah,
exactly.
I appreciated more than Levi did, or even Nick did. But that's your opinion. I'm not gonna get mad. Yeah, I might rib him once in a while. He might rib.
Yeah, you'll rib me every once in a while.
Yeah, but it's all fun and cheap. Yeah, it's all fun and cheap. It's not gonna be like, oh, you're the worst person in the world for not liking this album.
No.
I hate you so much.
Wait a minute. Okay, I was wrong. I forgot about these two.
Oh,
So, oh dear, I forgot about these, and I wished I had. This comment. They are not metal. There was no hope. If fans of hot dogs called them burritos, would you review it as a burrito? They have no genre. They are a talented, interesting band, and the music world is a better place for having them.
They're genre benders. And there's been tons of genre benders before them.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
What does a hot dog and a burrito have to do with a shitty goth wannabe band?
And I always found the best way to respond to some of these is to actually either be logical or just say, "Thank you for watching the video. It helps me in the algorithm." That's how you know you kill a comment, by just saying, "Hey, you came here to watch. You watched the video, so that's on you."
These kinds of people make your chromosome count go up just a little bit.
And then here's another one, and then I know Nick in particular is going to get really upset about this one. Hell, I got upset when I read it. Faith No More is trash. I like cringe, so shitting on Sleep Token is how to be cringe.
Whoa.
That has to be a troll. I don't buy that. At least Faith No More has talent.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a big fan of Mike Patton's vocals, but at least he could have a fucking tune every once in a while. And he knows how to say silence. That's silence.
Or shadows instead of shandos. Or
it
gots.
sounds like the dude has fucking braces on and he has goddamn...
Gort your mother. It's like whenever he hams up words, yeah, I agree. It's almost like he has braces on and his mouth's wired shut, so he has to sing like this. Hey
guys, my name is Melvin, and I pick up I pick up trading cards. I get Pokemon cards. I picked up this one guy. His name was Ash Blaster 95, and he gave me the greatest songs in the world.
I'm trying to find.
Where the hell did you pull Ash Blaster 95?
Sleep Token is the greatest band. No, I can't do that.
Oh, for God's sake, you're not gonna ape Scott like that, man. What the hell?
Well, all right, here I got one. I mean, I've already responded to him multiple times, and
here we go.
No, I guess I have to respond to him. Damn.
Ah, damn it.
Well, no, I mean, his original comment, and it's already a thread, but saying you don't like something and that it is not for you is one thing. The other is when you don't understand music, because clearly if you don't like Sleep Token, you don't understand music. They're married.
Mother,
completely.
Dude,
hold on.
Let him finish.
There's still more. The other is when you don't understand music and say that something is bad. If it were bad, no one would listen to it. So this is kind of a variation on ad argumentum ad populum. If it is popular, therefore it is good, which is wrong. Let's see. It kind of goes the same for content creators on YouTube who have a shitload of videos spending several years and no subscribers. Sad. Take care, guys. So I explained to him the logical fallacy that he's kind of rooting his entire argument around. Is like, okay, if you are going to stick with this, and you shouldn't, it's a logical fallacy. And I know this because I used to debate like crazy religious people, and they like this one too. This is a favorite because our religion has so many members, therefore it's right. Like, that's stupid. That's like saying McDonald's has the best hamburgers because they sell the most of them. Now, I don't think anyone's going to say that. Like, oh, McDonald's is the best food ever. And he didn't get it. Like, why are you comparing this to food? I was like, you don't, how did you, never mind. These nutters, the real diehards, I don't know. They're young. They're obsessed. This band may have broken their musical cherry or fucking whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But this whole second coming of Christ like fucking adoration. It's a cult.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cultiness about it.
Yes, sir.
We thought Slayer and Pantera were bad. Jesus.
Oh no, these are fucking.
They're worse. Look, I'd rather listen to fucking Five Finger Nut Punch over here. They'll listen to their fuckboy fans than these sleep bloking fans.
But here's also the thing is, like, I've also had a lot of Sleep Token fans that said, yeah, no, this album is kind of trash, and I actually liked them before, but this isn't good. I was like, you see, you can be critical of the band and still be a fan. Like, that's kind of the whole thing when we do rankings. Like, yeah, we're going to have to be critical at a certain point. Like, yeah, I don't like this album. I think it's kind of shitty. But we also had, a lot of people, well, first off, they said, you know what? I like the album. That's cool. But I also like your review because it was hilarious. Got a fair amount of that. And then, a lot of people would disagree with us. Like, yeah, this is like legit dog shit.
I mean, even your favorite band has a misfire. Like, fuck, Priest, my favorite band of all time. I bash Demolition a lot.
Oh, dude, Demolition's fucking garbage. I hate that album.
There are some songs I don't mind, but it's
and like how with me and Metallica, I'll make fun of Saint Anger as much as I want to. As well.
I mean, you should. Stanger. I don't even call it Saint Anger.
But even at that, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Catharsis. Oh, sorry. Where did that come from?
Oh, I wouldn't take either one of those. They're both fucking dog shit.
I might drop a bit of a hot take right here. Saint Anger is not even my least favorite Metallica album. It's my all-time favorite. No, I'm just kidding. No, honestly, I do listen to a couple songs on that album. It's like, look, I know the production is absolute dick, but
there are some riffs on there. You just have to search for them.
Like
you have to skim through a bunch of shit just to even find
riffs.
Them.
Are kind of like the bare bones thing. Like, yeah, even on the shittiest albums, you can find riffs. Like, I'm not going to go sift through it, but I'm sure there's riffs on Catharsis. I don't care though. Same thing with Saint Anger. Like, I haven't listened to that album in years because it sucks so bad. There's no fucking reason to go back to it. Like, it's one of the biggest missteps in their entire fucking career.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that. That's just my least favorite will always be Load because I'm just boring to me personally.
I put Reload higher or lower on that list because that was the leftover fucking garbage. Like, here you go, microwave leftovers. This is absolute trash. Please buy it.
Like, if Load and Reload were just one consecutive album, I don't think it would be hated
with the good songs on there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I did a whole video about it.
It's kind of like the Nostradamus thing with Judas Priest. Just take the good tracks off of like side A and side B.
Well, the thing of it is, if I did that video, most of the songs that would be still on there would be all from disc 1.
Yeah.
Because disc 2, you only have 2 songs that are worth a damn on disc 2, the title track and Future of Mankind. Whereas at least with disc 1, there's plenty of solid stuff on there, most particularly Death. That's still the one song I still listen to a lot from that album. But yeah.
And no, if it was done by Maiden, it would have been worse because that album would have been 3 discs long.
Oh,
this would have been mid 2000s, so it wouldn't have been that long.
And I don't like mid 2000s Maiden. I only like
not even. Whoa!
I don't like I don't like Matter of Life and Death. I don't like those albums.
You bastard.
I don't like it when they go into the long fucking songs. It's boring, dude.
Oh, like on the old school like epics, back when they would limit that to like, one song on the album.
Trooper, come on. That song's almost 4.5 minutes. They can't make songs like that.
Oh no, dude, like Alexander the Great and fucking
Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
Those two are.
That's a good song.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could even say Phantom of the Opera was kind of their first epic. I love that fucking song.
That's a great song.
Yeah, but now they're all super long. Like, all right, Shore Strike is 10.5 minutes. Fuck me.
Well, longest track is about 25 minutes and some change.
The new Iron Maiden will be 3 days long. Here we are on day 4 of the Iron Maiden album review. Oh my God, make it stop.
Out there.
And that's just the first disc. That's just the first half of the first
We're on
album.
number 4,806 of the Beatly Was.
There's going to be some asshole out there saying it's actually doom metal. Motherfucker, no, it's not.
Okay.
It's fucking
well, on that note, guys,
metal.
I gotta go. Gotta work early in the morning. So catch you guys later. See you guys.
Okay, bye with Ricardo.
Bye,
man. And again, Emmanuel, Lulu's not Metallica canon. That's a Lou Reed album.
It's bad, but
it's bad.
It's
and it's worse than Saint Anger.
It's hilarious.
I mean, the only good thing that came out of that was the Botchamania meme. I am the table. That's it. I'll still laugh at that.
Thank you, Matthew. You are beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I came across my feed. This dude decided to try to kiss a fucking python right on the head, and it bit him right in his fucking face. Like, clamped down here and hooked in.
Well,
like
that's
it's
the
got some
python giving the guy a kiss back.
No.
Here,
no.
let me lick you with my tongue. You wonder why I don't fuck with snakes? I can't.
Big snakes generally pack big attitudes.
Where's Jake Roberts when you need him?
Boss.
I clicked on a couple of fucking snake videos a while ago, and now I get all the time. Actually, it was one that was pretty cool. This dude found a really rare fucking oh god, almost it was like a green and yellow fucking indigo snake. Beautiful. I was like, oh, those things are cool. They eat venomous snakes, therefore they are my friend.
They're my friend too. I can't fucking I can't do snakes, dude.
Me either. I don't like them. But if my area doesn't have king snakes, but if we had king snakes, you know what? Like, no, they can stay on here. That means they'll keep copperheads and rattlesnakes off my property.
Yep.
Apparently, when I was at work about a week ago, the school that I work at, there's like a goat pasture out right near it because we're all surrounded by fields, and it was raining, it was pouring down raining, and the guys down in elementary were about to go and scrub the halls, and lo and behold, he opened up the thing, a fucking snake just dropping down in the goddamn thing.
No.
Apparently the thing got sucked up through the vacuum part of it, and it just fucking I'm like, dude, you would have heard a fucking girl scream. I can't do that. I can't do that shit.
Jeez.
I mean, we only get garter snakes and shit out here. I see them every now and then.
Yeah.
But I mean, garter snakes are technically venomous. Did you know that? Yeah, they're rear fanged.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's like a bee sting, though. If they get you, you're fine. Unless
then again, I hate bee stings too. So
I got stung on the foot by a bald-faced hornet last year.
Ugh.
Oh, dude, it was like someone taking a hot knife to my flesh.
Ugh.
And I murdered the fuck out of that thing. And I just splayed his corpse for a while.
Fucking ram it out.
I know. I literally, he must have crawled in on my sandal, and then I sat down Indian style, got me right in the fucking top of the foot. And when I moved my foot and saw him crawling on my carpet, I fucking fuck him.
You guys know the show Animal Planet, right? Or the TV channel? There used to be this show called Untamed and Uncut, and I was addicted to that show. It's basically people having experiences with, or close encounters with animals, like people saving a baby deer and freezing cold, and it's stuck on this big lake and it's all icy and everything and shit. the very first like episode that they did, like the first thing that they showed was this one guy was a cobra tamer, and I think it was a king cobra. It's one of those cobras that had like the diamond on the back of its neck or something like that.
Monocle cobra.
Monocle cobra. Thank you. And the guy was taming it and was about to put it back in its container. The problem is he didn't close the thing all the way. He put the snake down. The thing leaned back and grabbed him right on the bottom of his stomach, and fucking thing's full of venom. The dude nearly died from that. And it took hours for him to get the anti-venom. Like, the dude's life was literally on the line. And just two little pinch holes. And the aftermath was like a baseball-sized pit in the guy's stomach.
I mean, usually most cobra venom's neurotoxic. Like, that's the shit that paralyzes your organs and shit. Mm-hmm. But he might have got a nasty infection in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't tame a cobra.
No.
You know that. If it was a king cobra, I mean, well, king cobras they're cobras, but they're not. Like, they're not a traditional cobra. They're kind of outside of that family because every relative the king cobra has is non-venomous. Like, they're in a whole Elaphids, I think, is the whole group they're in. But they developed, their own venom and then just became bigger. In fact, like, king cobras are often, people give them a wide berth, not only because they stand their ground, but also because they're going to take care of all the other venomous snakes in the area because they're immune to other venom. And they eat, snakes that really do cause a lot of damage, like pit vipers, Russell's vipers, and other cobras. So, yeah, king cobras are scary, but, they do a job.
Yeah. Ruh-roh.
Just moving some files off my phone to the computer. Before I forget. I can't remember. I can't remember. I think the last snake I saw, I was mowing the lawn with the push mower, and I saw it slithering through the grass and then went back down in the ground in a hole. It was a small snake, so I don't know what.
I would have ran that fucking thing over. No mercy.
Well, I couldn't quite tell because it was just going back into the hole. I'm like, okay. So I just carried on and mowed the rest of my lawn and didn't think about it again. Now, I may not like snakes, but my mom is the worst when it comes to snakes. Hell, even fake snakes freak her out. Like when I was younger, I was such an asshole for this, but I thought it was funny. I would literally, like, when we would go to Smoky Mountains, Tennessee, we would go to this place called Goats on the Roof, and they would have like fake toy snakes there, and I would grab one, put it next to her face. She'd look over, she'd go, "Ah, get that away from me!"
Oh,
she's that kind of terrified of snakes.
So, there's reports that you guys know the movie Anaconda, right? The one with Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lopez?
You mean
Lopez? Not Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. No, I know the movie. I own it.
Yeah, that was a movie that was made.
Yep. It's essentially Jaws except with a big snake.
Yeah, essentially. They're going to be remaking that this year.
They already did.
Oh, they did?
Well, they did in China, I believe, or Indonesia. Yeah, there's an Anaconda movie that follows almost the exact same plot.
Oh, okay. Well, they're apparently making a remake of it.
They shouldn't.
You want to know who's star leading in that movie? Mr. Tenacious D himself, Jack Black.
Oh, whatever.
And keep in mind, this is the same fucking guy that was just in the latest Minecraft movie, and that thing bombed. That movie bombed terribly. I believe it bombed. I heard that movie was terrible, but
well, I'm kind of curious in terms of like how much it's made and shit. And reviews don't seem terrible. Let's see.
But yeah, apparently he's gonna be a little more prophetic, like all these big fucking snakes and everything, and it's just like, Jack, I love you, buddy, but you need more. You're going through your Nicolas Cage phase. It's honestly depressing.
No, the movie's made almost $1 billion.
Yeah, 910 million worldwide against a budget of 150 mil. Actually, that's a relatively cheap flick.
Yeah.
I mean, most of it was, but they probably didn't have to go to a tremendous amount of locations. It was all probably shot green screen. And you had two larger stars, and then everyone else is kind of a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. No, it sounds like they did really well with it. Yep, a sequel is already in development.
I'll watch it whenever it comes on, like Max or something.
I never,
because I love
the game, so I don't know. The last video game thing that I watched was Castlevania, and it was awesome.
I still need to watch the Super Mario movie that came out, I think, last year or 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Because my buddies who were bigger Mario fans than me said that it was really good.
Dude, Chris Pratt was fucking awesome in that movie as Mario.
And you know what's funny? When I heard that he was voicing Mario, I was like, I mean, I love Chris Pratt, but him as Mario?
He was good.
From what I heard, he did really well with it.
And Jack Black was Bowser. He was fucking amazing in that movie.
Charlie Davis.
Literally, the only critique I have with that movie is that they really didn't focus on Luigi as much. He felt more like a side character than anything.
Well, he's the second player. My thing was, I felt like it was very rushed. Like the pace in the film just kind of felt off. Like they were in a hurry to get to different stuff. I don't think there was
true.
You know, I don't know, the pacing, like it felt like it was more about the Flash and showing all the different worlds and blah blah blah, and not really kind of getting into them a little bit more. Like even the story, it felt overly simplified. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's a remake of a movie that came out 30 years prior.
Oh no, not that we're not even talking about that live action one. That one didn't happen. And that one wasn't even fucking like close. That one took a lot more creative liberties. Yeah, and I'm actually fucking. I think Bob Hobbs refund people's money if they said they saw that in theaters. Like, here, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, which was worse, that or the Fantastic Four live action movie?
Which one? There was
which
three
one?
of them.
Either of
I think
them.
you're talking about mainly the 2015 one, which that was dog shit.
No,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
dude. They made the thing look like stacked dog poo.
Yeah, literally, it's not even a Fantastic Four movie.
It's
literally
it was ham-fisted, and they really, I don't know, they tried to make it too complex for what it was. Ruined Doctor Doom once again.
Yeah, they're you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And what's funny originally for X-Men Apocalypse, they were going to have that Fantastic Four in X-Men Apocalypse. Thank God they did not do that.
Well, no, it tanked. They're like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
And then the one that was done by, what's his? God, I forget the name of the director. He was terrible.
The 2005 one.
Yeah, that wasn't good either.
Neither of them are good.
No.
Like, even though wasn't the first one made in like the 80s or 90s?
Oh, the Roger Corman one?
The best one.
The Roger Corman one?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that one's terrible. You can find it on YouTube.
They all suck.
Well, that's why I'm hoping this new one they finally just get it right.
Look at me.
I mean, and I've said it before, to like people I work with who are Marvel fans. The only thing, and I get what they're going for with the multiverse trope, but the only thing that's off-putting about is Silver Surfer being a woman.
Oh, it's a different person, Shia Ball. It's not Norrin Rad. There's been multiple Silver Surfers.
Oh, okay.
So there's still Norrin Rad still has a chance of showing up at some point. There's been
maybe during Secret Wars, more than likely.
Yeah, but I mean they're both absolute powerhouses. Yeah, she's not seen as often as Nornrod, but yeah, no, she makes for a good herald.
Good herald.
I still need to go back to the theater to watch Thunderbolts again because I still am buzzing.
I heard
about
it was
that
really
movie.
good. My
It was.
my best
I am
friend
gonna
went and
agree.
saw.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. It's the best movie they've done since Endgame.
I've heard a lot of good things.
It is the greatest movie, but I can't even say.
Right now, I'm watching, catching up on Invincible with a buddy of mine, and yeah, it's great.
Mark.
It got hella dark in this season.
Invincible. Why do I?
Animated one that kind of it's a really clever fucking spin.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I understand. Yep.
Like there's a lot of shit. Like honestly, you know, I feel like it was like created by a comic book fan that kind of broke down things a little bit more. Like because there's a lot of outside the box stuff there, like stuff that you maybe argue with your friends about, like characters and such, and you know, going into like shit like the collateral damage, how much this actually like weighs on, you know, the character's life and shit, like trying to manage the whole secret identity thing. Then, oh, hey, well, it's not secret anymore. Working for the government. How wonderful is that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of clever stuff going on in that one.
I've been rewatching a lot of kaiju movies, mainly the Godzilla movies. I've been rewatching a lot of the mainly the Heisei era. That's my personal favorite era of Godzilla.
Biollante is my favorite kaiju, next to Godzilla.
Biolante's good. Dude, Godzilla vs. Destroyer, fucking depressing.
Well, yeah, they fucking melt him down. And, well, but the baby Godzilla becomes the next Godzilla, so it's a wash, really.
Baby. The fucking thing went whoop. Got fucking tossed over.
I mean, Destroyer was pretty cool. I thought they kind of overdid the actual suit in terms of like, dude, he doesn't even look like he can move. He's too spiky.
Yeah. Did you see -1 by any chance, Nick?
Which one?
-1, the one that just came out
last
year?
Oh, I saw it in theaters
2 years ago. Oh my god, dude,
that would have been a good movie
fucking
even without
blew my-
Godzilla in it.
They did another one, but it was like black and white.
Yep. They re-released it in theaters as a black and white one, but yeah, -1, like the post-imperial Japan thing, how they couldn't even form an actual army. Like there was a lot of really good subtext. Like honestly, it was the first time in a while where, like, you know what, the human characters are really interesting, and I don't say that often.
What a fucking concept! Get it right.
Yeah, I don't say that about Godzilla himself. It's like kill all of the people. I don't care.
Kill all the white people.
Well, in this case, it'd be Japanese people, but I mean, it's like right after they got nuked too, and then the whole premise
wasn't that like during World War II?
Post World War II.
Yeah, because that's when that wasn't like the timeline when like Nagasaki or Hiroshima got bombed.
It's right after Japan surrendered, and they're living in the town. They're living in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where the town's been bombed out, and they're trying to essentially pull their lives together. And now, since they signed, the treaty, like, all right, we're done fighting. They were not allowed to raise an army of any kind. So that's why there was no military action against Godzilla. The only army they had to rely on an outside source, U.S. or UN, and we weren't doing that well either, and we weren't able to get out there to begin with. So I like the fact that they had to be resourceful to take on Godzilla. That and the fact that Godzilla's breath was just a one-shot nuke.
Mm-hmm. And it won a Grammy. First time ever, it won a Grammy after all these years.
Oscar. Grammys are for music.
Oscar. This same fucking thing. Same fucking
But no, that's cool. I mean, it should have. It was an awesome fucking movie. They did a great job with it.
Did it win Best Movie or Best Picture?
I think it got Best Special Effects.
Oh.
Hold on here. Let me.
Well, After all these years, after fucking since the 50s, he finally got one. Good job there. The only complaint I have with the movie, how the fuck did that lady survive? Like, the main woman, how did she survive that blast?
She went limp, I guess.
There's no fucking way you would, like, a blast radius that big and you just go behind a corner and you just fucking that made no sense to me, but I'm like, it is what it is.
Here. Accolades. Godzilla Minus One, Best Visual Effects. Yep.
Oh, well, there you go. And then they didn't even use that much special effects. Like,
I mean, the CGI on the creature, but I mean, a lot of it. There was a lot of cool practical stuff there too.
Oh yeah.
But
and it was amazing.
I mean, she wasn't incinerated by the heat, so theoretically she could have survived just the blast. Because I mean, if it hit like a nuke, like we had soldiers out front, like during nuclear testing that survived just the blast. So possible. She just had to go limp.
I mean, dumber shit that happened in that series.
What, the tail slide?
Well, the drop kick. Someone actually was like, I think it was during like the 2000s. Forgot which movie it was. But one of the characters was legit riding the fucking thing. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Ride a radioactive dinosaur lizard. I ain't gonna kill you.
I mean, it depends. I don't know if it's putting off. Like, it seems like he has to be able to regulate all that energy. I think a lot of it stays pretty stored inside of him. If he was constantly bleeding radiation, it would be hard for him to maintain one of those big charges if he need to let it go.
Well, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying.
No, I mean, the physiology of this creature is probably pretty damn complex. I mean, the legendary version, sucked up so much radiation it boiled the oceans as it was going in.
Oh, was that the 2014 one?
No, it was the last Godzilla Kong one. He went after.
I didn't watch that movie.
It was fun. They did what I wanted them to do, and listen, fuck the humans. Who gives a shit about them? Let's focus on the monsters.
See, that's the thing about the legendary picture, monsters. I don't give a shit about the humans, and they focus on the humans. That's the problem.
They didn't. They focused more on the monsters on this one. Like, most of the scenes were with the monsters. Like, a lot of it follows Kong, and then Godzilla on the surface, and then they eventually end up meeting and brawling. And the brawls are fun.
I can imagine.
King Kong movies at all, by any chance?
That's
a question for both. If you seen
I've
the OG one.
I watched, the only one that I've ever watched was Kong Skull Island. That was the only one I've ever seen.
You've never watched the OG one from the 30s?
Watch the Peter Jackson remake. That's a good
Peter Jackson one's good. The 70s one is not great.
Dude, fucking Kong Lives is so stupid.
Kong Lives is pretty bad.
It's legendarily bad. Oh my god.
Skull Island's pretty good.
Skull Island's really good. Dude,
yeah, I like Skull Island.
Awesome. Some of the dialogue was pretty dumb.
Well, it's a giant monster movie.
But the cast, that had an impressive cast.
Oh yeah, it was a fun cast.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson, John C.
I was about to say, was
Reilly.
Samuel L. Jackson in the movie?
Yeah.
What
and unfortunately, Brie Larson.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was.
Yeah.
What's with Samuel L. Jackson being in a lot of weird animal movies? He was on fucking Snakes on a Plane for God's
I am tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
I don't care
Never
what anyone
gets
says.
old.
That movie's fucking
Never gets
awesome.
old.
I love it. It's stupid and I love it.
I only saw it a couple times and it was stupid, but oh my god, Sam Jackson. National treasure must be protected at all costs.
He makes everything better.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Does he look
like a bitch?
One of my favorite scenes, and it's been kind of like a meme throughout the years. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Or whenever he's Nick Fury, he somehow can steal the seeds despite not cursing. Or like Age of Ultron when Captain America goes, Fury, you son of a bitch. Whoa, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Because that was the big running gag in that movie. In the very beginning, the first word uttered by an Avenger was Iron Man trying to take down a building and go, shit. Cap goes, language. And then they just kept that going on most of the movie, which I thought was pretty funny. Like, immediately after Iron Man's like, are we going to ignore the fact that Cap just said language? I know, it just slipped out. And then later on, and for gosh sake, watch your language. Or whenever they're like trying to lift Thor's hammer, and Mariel's like, Cap, Steve, he said a bad language word. Did you tell everyone about that? Or later on, when during the series where Black Widow was like, I don't think Cap likes that kind of language. You know what, Romanoff? And then finally, Cap just realized, Fury, you son of a bitch. Whoa, you kiss your mother with that mouth? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Ugh, that was like the SpongeBob my leg thing for so many years, and it's still going, and I like it.
My leg.
Yeah, that episode. That is such a weird duality. Like the My Leg episode, legit probably in my opinion the best modern SpongeBob episode, and it's paired with one of the worst episodes with Ink Lemonade. What the
Oh, dude, that was terrible. It wasn't even so bad it was funny. They literally tortured the fuck out of Squidward that entire episode.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Like that wasn't even funny. It was like, let's petrify this fucking.
Let's just scare Squidward to death. Just scare Squidward to death until he inks so we can sell it to people. What the? Oh my god, what the hell were they thinking? But
and I don't even watch modern SpongeBob. I watched that. I'm like, that's not even funny.
I mean, you'd have to search for them, but there have been bright spots in the last 15 years. It
reminds me of the Ringer episode where SpongeBob got trapped in the Ringer and fucking numb nuts over there put glue on it.
Yeah.
And yet SpongeBob was made to look like a bad guy the entire time when fucking Patrick was the one that did it.
Exactly.
The cherry on top of the fuck you Sunday was, what was the message of the whole thing? I guess crying does solve your problems after all. Motherfucker, no it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
Unless you're CM Punk.
I knew you were going there.
But like,
he got the some of the other Mania, so you could calm down about that, Mister. He got to main event Mania. He did.
I didn't care if he did or not. I didn't care if he did or not. I still don't like him.
Calm down. He's been great. I love that.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I respect him as a wrestler, but as a human being, go fuck yourself.
You could say that about any other wrestler. Come on now.
They're nowhere near CM Punk's level of assholishness.
Really?
Benoit?
I mean, yeah, Chris Benoit.
Well, that's the criminal. That's the criminal asshole. I'm talking about like just pretentious assholes. Again, criminals.
Hulk Hogan.
Thank you.
He and CM Punk are about. Hold up. CM Punk and Hulk Hogan are about equal in terms of assholery to me.
Hulk has been scamming his fucking fans. Dude, he's been the heel behind the scenes for years. Like, listen to every wrestler come out about
it. That's why I don't like him.
Like, dude,
for that reason.
Dude,
in terms of like
he is spewed out is so bad it is fucking hilarious.
Like, brother, Metallica wanted me to play bass for them in 1987. No.
He threw fucking Jesse Ventura under the fucking bus for trying to unionize.
Yep.
Like, he's a fucking shill. He fucking just went to fucking Vince McMahon's like, he's trying to get people to unionize. Like, yeah, how dare he want them to, people to be taken care of.
I don't think you understand. I am identified as a sexual tyrannosaur.
Or screwing over Randy Savage for many years.
Oh, dude, Randy fucking
he
hated
is
Bret
the
Hart.
greatest heel of all time. That
Bret Hart.
Heel as a baby.
He screwed over Bret Hart quite a
and
lot.
Yoko.
He screwed over
and Yoko.
Yeah, he did. He screwed over Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Wait,
Hulk Hogan's been the ultimate shit heel.
When did he screw Shawn? Was that 05? Oh yeah, that
05.
was 05.
When they were supposed to have a trilogy of matches and Hogan packed out.
People are so pissed that Shawn was acting unprofessional. It's like, motherfucker, look at who he's working with. You blame him.
And the behind the scenes, they were supposed to have had a trilogy and Shawn was supposed to win the final match. And Hogan's like, that don't work for me, brother. So they just did the one where Shawn decided, you know what, I'm going to make this guy look like an idiot. I'm just going to oversell everything and look like I'm a t-shirt in a washing machine when I pump.
In the washing machine.
Yeah.
Dude, look at what fucking Hogan did in TNA. My God. He fucked that company over. With Bischoff and with Russo writing.
Yeah.
Because those guys have never butted heads in WCW.
Oh, don't even get me going on their history.
Bro,
But at least I like Eric Bischoff. So
yeah, he's kind of.
Do we even throw in the Real American Beer in here too? Because
dude, I know you don't watch modern wrestling.
When it comes to wrestlers having their own beers, even though I don't drink, I would rather have Steve Austin's IPA.
Yeah, the Steve Weiser and all that stuff.
I mean,
Nick,
remember his fucking spaghetti too.
Oh wait! I'm sure you heard about this rumor that apparently he was one of two people approached for what became the George Foreman grill. Yes. And according to Hogan, he was taking his kids to sports practice. I think it was football practice. And he came back and he got it.
He was
taking them to school. And then he comes back and gets the voicemail about it. And he calls him back. Yeah, I'll do it, brother. We already gave it to George. Fuck, brother.
I mean, what was he going to do with the commercial? Like, look, you can grill these hot dogs so they look like my skin.
Dude, you should see his.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt that if that were the case and that he didn't answer the phone because he happened to be away taking his kids to school, which that's perfectly logical because he was raising two kids at the time. And yeah, if that were the case, then Hogan, you missed out on millions of dollars and you wouldn't have even had to be in the wrestling business ever again.
Nick, I know you
don't.
But
good on George Foreman.
I know you don't watch, modern wrestling, but when Hogan came out, because
I heard about him getting booed.
Yeah, he got booed. Yeah,
that was the first episode of when Raw was on Netflix. I was fucking howling because
I was like, holy crap!
Oh, dude, I saw the footage. I fucking laughed my ass off, and he's still trying to fucking sell his fucking can of piss water.
Dude,
let's my gift to the fans here. Then, keep pretending they're not booing because we all hear it. Everyone hears it.
Dude, poor Jimmy Hart. I feel so bad for that man who still sounds Jimmy fucking same. Oh, I got you.
And he looks the same.
He's in his 70s,
which is remarkable. Yeah, which I need to know what the hell he does. But oh god, and then probably the most absurd lie of all time Hogan's ever spewed, the fact that he wrestled for 400 days in a year.
That's a serious amount of extra effort there. A full
because he would add up because he would go back and forth between America and Japan, which is true because he did wrestle between America and Japan a lot back in his prime. But he would add the hours because of time zone differences in Japan. But it's like, why don't you just subtract? It's like,
dude, that lie is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious, but it's so like.
I mean, there's been a lot of wrestlers that have just come out and says like, dude, he is legit a dumb fucking blonde.
He is. Mm-hmm. He is. Yeah. I mean, he has exposed his ass more times than anyone. He's exposed his ass more than Vince, for Christ's sake.
Well, Vince has got some fucking really weird skeletons in his closet.
Well, at least with Vince. Hold on. At least with Vince McMahon, when he would show his ass on TV, at least on screen, he would get his comeuppance. Hogan never did. Rarely, if at all. So there you go.
And the thing with Vince, he don't give a fuck. He's got fucking money. He don't, exactly. Dude, he can wake up at any minute right now, whip it out, walk down fucking Boulevard Street. No one would care.
Nope.
He don't give.
And I'll even say right now, for as much shit as Vince has had, I'd take him over Hogan.
I wouldn't take either.
Serious. I wouldn't take either personally, but
I mean they're both
at least
people. But
but this is the thing: I will give Vince McMahon credit for. He saved Paul. Oh, for God's sake! Well, I mean, okay, there's that, and actually his son, Shane's actually a great human being. So, but one thing I will give Vince.
Say much. I mean, fucking Stephanie is, she's something.
Stephanie's way better.
Which is weird on a level.
Stephanie has said some shit. Do you remember what she said about the 9/11 terrorist attacks?
Yeah, which I get what she was trying to do, trying to come from a place of empathy, but it was the wrong sentence to say.
And when she says that philanthropy and marketing is how brands are going to win or some shit like that. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she said questionable things, but she has said questionable things, but at least she's a lot nicer of a person than Vince ever would
she's
be.
Still a bitch.
But anyways, the point I was trying to get at, boss, one thing I will always respect Vince McMahon for, I will never take away from him, he saved Paul Bearer's life.
Yes.
Yeah, when
they were trying actually.
Quite a lot, because like 2003 when they signed him to a new contract, he added an extra $70,000 to help pay for Paul or Percy's or William Moody, his real name, to pay for his gastric bypass surgery to save his life.
Yeah,
I will always give Vince respect that
he also let Paul go home and take care of his wife who was suffering from cancer.
Exactly. Like, yeah, he's done shitty shit. I'm not taking that away from him, but he's done some good stuff in his life.
They continued a fucking pay-per-view when one of his own fucking wrestlers died in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
First of all, I resent your tone.
But at the same time, it's like, that will always be a debate forever, but it's like, you only have a split second to make that choice. You don't have time to think about it, unfortunately, and that's just the reality.
You have plenty of time to think about it. Like, one of my fucking employees just died. Yeah, no, we're cutting the feed.
Yeah, I mean, again, he didn't, like, right as it happened, they probably went right up to him, and he just immediately was like, we gotta continue because pay-per-view. But if he was given time to actually think about it, he probably would have stopped the show. But he was given little to no time at all.
I mean, if you see that moment situation, Nick, if you, I don't know if you watch Vice, but there's this show called Dark Side of the Ring. They're actually, I think they're just filming an episode.
It's a good show. It's actually a good
really
show.
Good. They're filming.
I've only seen a couple episodes.
They're filming an episode on. Do you know who the Sheik is? Not the Iron Sheik, but the Sheik.
No, not just the Sheik.
Okay. No. He is the late great Sabu's uncle.
Okay.
And literally, right when they were filming, they found out
Sabu passed away over the weekend. Yeah. So it was like strange timing.
And there's allegations coming out that the company that he wrestled for the last promotion, there's some shady shit going on.
I forgot. I know he wrestled Joey Janela.
He wrestled Joey Janela in a no ropes barbed wire match. He took a nasty bump where he got thrown from one side of the ring to the other, and there was like a little barbed wire board he took, and he went outside, like he went through the ropes and landed almost right on his fucking neck on the barbed wire board, and he went face first into a thing of barbed wire. And it's like, dude, you don't need to be doing that shit. You are 60 years old, for God's sake. You had your fucking
funny enough.
You had your bicep torn right where the muscle is showing against Terry Funk in the 90s, for God's sake.
Yeah, and I was going to say, too, like, I saw Sabu at that fan fest I went to in December. I didn't get to meet him, unfortunately, but he was there. Now I kind of wish I could have gone back and actually met him and talked to him for a bit.
Dude, the shit he would say.
Because everybody I met and talked to that day were all amazing people.
Yeah,
especially Victoria. She was
dude, I would have loved to meet Victoria. She seems like such a nice lady.
Too Cold Scorpio was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude.
He was absolutely hilarious.
Scorpio's a fucking man.
Heath Slater was cool. Chris Harris was fun. Simon Dean or Nova, he was pretty cool. I met Elias or Elijah. He was
Elijah, really cool. Yeah. Or Ezekiel.
Yeah. I swear when I told some of my wrestling buddies about that they told me you should have asked about Ezekiel, and I'm like, okay, the next time they do a fan fest and he happens to be there, I'll ask him, how's your brother Ezekiel doing? And I don't know if he would just look at me like I have 3 heads or laugh along. I think he would laugh along.
It's a work, pal. But no,
I would ask in a funny, sarcastic way.
He just showed up.
I know he was on NXT last week.
Yeah.
Last week, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Nick, Dark Side of the Ring is actually an interesting show, dude, for sure. There was the one episode I remember the most watching was when they talked about the plane ride from hell.
Yep, I was just about to say the plane ride from hell.
Yeah, where they did a pay-per-view in England, and they were on a private plane to fly back to the States, and a lot of shit happened in that plane that day.
And let's say 2 particular individuals looked like shit out of it. Oh, it was fucking brutal. Flair and
Scott Hall and Ric Flair.
Bad. Oh my God, Jesus.
Well, Scott Hall was looked out to be bad at that point, but at least they featured him in there, and he flat explained, "Look! I was drunk. I was high. I had no idea what the fuck happened."
Well, I'm just saying the 2 people came out of it looking terrible was Dreamer and Flair. Flair for the actions and Tommy for the shit he said.
Yeah. But I mean, like, at the same token, after everything with Flair, and even the woman saying, like, she knew that he wasn't in the right frame of mind because of drugs and shit, so... But at the same time, what happened. Or hell, and that's not even the part that I'm still like whoa about. The fact that Kurt Hennig and Brock Lesnar
nearly
fought and nearly opened the emergency exit door, nearly fell out of the plane in the air.
God, Jesus.
Jeez.
Kurt, I love you, bud, but Brock is the last fucking guy you want to mess with.
Exactly. He looks like a man who could punch a building down till it's rubble.
He is a Russian bear in human form.
He's the alpha male of our species, as Pat McAfee would say.
Dude, I still want a Gunther Brock match, man.
Hang on a second. Oh, Nick, this. Speaking of Pat McAfee, oh my God! So they did WrestleMania a few weeks ago. The next day, they did the live stream of Pat McAfee show on ESPN and YouTube and stuff, and they had Paul Heyman on there. My God, that day, Paul Heyman chose violence. He chose violence that day. And I love them
where
for
you
it.
fucking come from before you say shit, Heyman. Like, what the fuck?
Hey,
Your mother is
according to
fucking...
me, according to many people, Paul Heyman can say whatever the fuck he wants, and I
Well,
won't
I'm
give a
not
shit.
disputing that. His own mother was a fucking survivor from the Germans, and he's Jewish. And you go out and say that shit. He's talking
Wait, what did he say?
Okay, so
Oh,
I mean,
my
I
gosh.
look at it with a hilarity because the way he said. So there were hecklers in the crowd heckling the shit out of Heyman because context. The
He
night
turned
or
heel.
2 nights before on
Yeah.
screen he turned heel by beating up or helping beat up Roman Reigns, CM Punk. And because some wrestling fans don't realize wrestling is a work, there were some fans in the crowd behind the Pat McAfee podcast heckling the shit out of him. And Heyman stands up like he's, all right, where's the ass? You? The one that's about to be deported? Now look, amigo, I may suck, but your mother taught me how. But the guy wasn't even Mexican. He was just a white guy. He just said that just to have a funny moment because Heyman, and he's flat out said he don't care about irrelevant opinions about anything.
They always do end up caring when something happens. Like,
he does it mainly to entertain himself. That's just how he is. But yeah, but just the way in which he said it, but the way in which he said it was fucking hilarious. And then he's like, "Bitch of an audience today. I can't wait till all you guys get back to Indianapolis for your show." Because they were all getting heckled the fuck out of all day for nothing.
Was it McAfee or Cole talking about them going to Jacksonville, which is their competition, quote unquote?
Yeah, AEW, yeah. Well, I don't remember that particular part. Oh, but because after WrestleMania Sunday,
was a shit show.
They did
like that whole weekend was a fuck fest.
But they did a WrestleMania roast after WrestleMania that unfortunately will never see the light of day because people try to post footage of it and WWE keeps like DMCAing it all down. But
for good reason.
But again, I would love to see this because I'd probably piss myself at some of the things Paul Heyman would say, which with Paul Heyman and the boys and wrestling, if he says something that's insulting like in a roast, of course he's not serious. Yeah, he'll say that stuff, but he's trying to stay in character a lot of times. But like, he was saying, like, or Pat McAfee was like, dude, you guys should have heard him at the roast. Like, nobody expected what he was going to say. And Paul's like, well, apparently neither did Fluffy, because Gabriel Iglesias was there too. And he's like, of all the people that I roasted, the one guy who gets pissed off and wants to fight me is someone who does roasts for a living.
Well, I mean, it might have something to do with maybe what he said, because roasts are fine,
which we don't know exactly. I mean, there's been like
there's an unspoken rule with roasts, and generally, sometimes they'll actually talk to the person that's being roasted and say, all right, what lines are we not allowed to cross? Or sometimes someone comes in that's an absolute thin-skinned bitch of a human being, and like, I just want to get roasted as like a promotional thing, and his name happened to be Donald Trump. So you can't talk about this or this or this, and don't tell him I have a tiny penis. To which they all went,
you take a fucking joke. You're a politician. You're gonna get shit regardless.
Yeah, but there are generally lines that respectfully some won't cross just because, like, all right, yeah, that's maybe a little too fucked up in there. Someone just push it a little bit too far, and sometimes I get settled backstage. And I've always been of the school of thought where don't let your mouth write checks your ass can't cash. If you sense that you shouldn't say something, you might catch hands. Don't say it.
Well, again, the thing of it is, like, not a whole lot's been said about the roast because, again, WWE's trying to do everything they can to not have the footage revealed because I fully expected that they filmed it all and that maybe they'll release it at a later point in time. But like Heyman, like they said, like Heyman himself said, like in jokes, he'd be like, I remembered saying to Braun Strowman that he's not on Mania because he sucks, but he didn't get mad at and laughed. I said something about the Miz, he didn't get mad at. The one guy who gets mad at me is a professional roaster for something that was nowhere near as bad as what I said to the wrestlers. And then Pat's like, and then Pat was like, and then Pat's like, well, maybe Fluffy was trying to size you up, or was he trying to size you up? And Paul's like, well, when you're standing behind Fluffy, how do you not do anything but size up his fat ass? Which I'm sure after all that happened, they talked and then kissed and made up. Because Fluffy's too big of a wrestling fan to not like Paul Heyman.
I mean, I saw the script and notes. It wasn't even funny. It was just it just feels like people rambling about shit. Like the shit that Nia was saying and all that when her stupid
How many different comedians do they have? Because that's
they had quite a few. They had quite a few.
Tony
Hinchcliffe was the roast master.
Oh, that dude sucks. Deal. Okay,
yeah,
so
he's fucking terrible.
Dude, why didn't they get the dude that's like the legit roast master, the dude that does for Comedy Central?
Oh, Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross, that dude's mint, the perfect roast master.
Dude, what the fuck was his name? Shit, I'm blanking. He was on Comedy Central.
That does not narrow it down.
No,
well, Jeffrey Ross is the main dude. He's been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Well, I mean, they've had guest hosts, but he's been generally the MC of the fucking night.
Yeah, but yeah,
so Hinchcliffe, Fluffy's he's a lot of low hanging fruit.
he is.
He's like surface level comedian. I like the people that get.
Maybe what Heyman said was probably an insult to his low hanging fruit schmaz.
Then why do you get a panel of them? Hinchcliffe is just, he's just rage bait. His comedy's fucking dumb. I mean,
who's worse, him or Amy Schumer?
Amy Schumer is just, again, vagina jokes, and she was kind of stealing them too, from what I gather. She was like Dane Cook, which once we figure out his gimmick, all of a sudden he's just not fucking funny anymore.
She was featured in a movie called Kind of Pregnant, and it's from Kevin James production, and all that shit. I heard that was dumpster fire.
Well, I mean, it's got Kevin James in it. I don't my buddy and I were actually talking about comedic actors or comedians that how the hell are they as popular as they are? Because I don't get Kevin James. I don't think that he's ever been funny. There's nothing clever about it.
He was popular for one thing only: grown-ups. That's it.
That was
King.
Well, no, wait. Was he in?
King of Queens?
Zoolander? Was he Zoolander?
Was he what?
Zoolander? Was that Kevin?
No, he wasn't
Zoolander. No.
Oh.
You're thinking of Ben Stiller. Yeah.
Ben Stiller just oversaturation. I just got tired of him.
I don't mind him.
But Kevin James, I never got the appeal. I never thought he was clever or witty or funny. A lot of my favorite comedians, sometimes it takes you a little bit to get the joke. I mean, hell, dude, I know fucking Louis C.K. fucked up royally and creepily too. It's anyway. Dude was hilarious. Dude probably still is hilarious when he's not just super bitter about what he did to himself. Sarah Silverman's fucking hilarious, clever as shit, and it's fearless too. The Aussie, Jim Jeffries. Jim Jeffries is a fucking savage. I love him.
Oh God, I was watching back some old Jeff Dunham specials. I actually, for the first time ever, finally watched his Controlled Chaos special. My God, fucking Peanut.
He's got his moment. Ventriloquism is a narrow box.
It's a particular thing, yeah.
He's good at it. He's definitely got the technique down and everything. Some of his characters are good. Yeah, the Old Man and Peanut are probably the best ones.
Walter and Peanut are my favorite. Well, Ahmed's up there too.
Ahmed, he's a one joke.
Well, early Ahmed, like what was it, Spark of Insanity and the Christmas special. That was fun.
I have Controlled Chaos was the first one he put out or whatever. I got them both like cheap in a Meyer used DVD bin, but the second one was like, dude, you're overdoing it. You're overcompensating with more fucking puppets, and your material's not as good. Like, I sense.
I will say during the Christmas special when they brought out Guitar Guy, aka Sinister Gates Senior. Yeah, fun fact for those who don't know, the guitar guy for Jeff Dunham is Sinister Gates' dad.
Oh,
no shit.
So, bloodline of guitarists right there, both great. But before we about to do Jingle Bums, I will give Jeff this. He was trying really hard to make Guitar Guy break with the scoliosis jokes of Ahmed, and not only did he break Brian, but he broke himself. Which is like, you really have to know what you're doing to break yourself at the same time.
You guys know who Ron White is?
Yeah. I've only seen a couple of
Ron White.
Ron White.
Oh, Ron White? Yeah, he's the
Blue
Texan
Collar Comedy Tour guy.
Whiskey, cigar, tater salad.
I've only seen a couple of bits of his.
I fucking love him.
He's generally pretty good. Very dry delivery.
Oh my god, it's so dry. I love it. I think he's retired now, and he went to rehab not that long ago. Which, I mean, yeah, good for him and all that stuff. But oh my god, the shit that he would say on, especially the Blue Collar Comedy Tour thing with Foxworthy and Larry and all that shit
involved. Yeah,
the one line that gets me, he's just he's just doing this whole thing. He's like, "You ever take a crap so big your pants fit better?" I mean, has that ever happened? Because
I'm like one big turd away from a whole new wardrobe.
I'm about 1/3 away from backing into an old wardrobe. And he fucking he starts his whole bit talking about he says, the Chinese have space program. It's not like the American space program, because in the Chinese space program, Tang is one of the astronauts.
How his bar story was funny. When he was talking about getting kicked out of a bar for wearing a hat.
Yes. I love that story.
It was like, yeah, well, we don't like certain kind of people coming here, and we can usually tell by what they wear in their hats. Like, oh, well, whatever. When this whole thing, he was like, now, I didn't know how many of them it was going to take to kick my ass, but I knew how many that they were going to use. So he got yeeted from the bar, and then he got arrested for public intoxication. I was like, this is bullshit. I wanted to be intoxicated in the bar, but they threw me into public. Arrest them.
God, no shit. He tells the cops to arrest them. Oh my god, I need to catch up on some of the shit that he did.
Oh, that dude lived a life. I mean,
he did.
I mean,
scotch and a cigar.
Yep, scotch and a cigar, like on every fucking stand-up thing.
Well, on that note, I'm starting to get a little delirious over here, so I'm going to be heading to bed. But thank you guys who tuned in to this stream. This was pretty fun. And thank you, Ricky, Boss, and Nick, for stopping on by.
I finally joined! Yay!
Regretfully.
All right.
Hey, you send the link. I'm just...
Catch y'all later.
Peace. All right, we'll see y'all later.
Bye!